What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the podcast where we think we know what we're talking about, but we really don't know shit. Don't know shit. And going into 2024, we still ain't gonna know shit. And you know why? Because we don't know what the fuck these teams are doing in order to be better. We could throw the whole 2023 away. Everybody sucked. Yeah, the Bears sucked too. They won the other day. Who was the tallest fucking midget? Who was the tallest midget? Okay, cool. The Bears was the tallest midget. Great. Speaking of midget, shout out to Kyler Murray. But still, I mean, come on. Everybody sucked. The Sox sucked in 2023. The Cubs, who we never really even talk about, they sucked in 2023. The Hawks sucked in 2023. The Bears and the Bulls, well, so in the first half of 2023, they sucked. But in the offseason, they kind of made a couple moves. And now, Zach LaVine, after he got hurt, they started playing better. They still ain't that good, but at least they're showing some improvement. AK got to go, though. He got to go. But they're showing improvement. But aside from that, throw the whole 2023 away, man. Just throw all that shit away. And personally, well, I won't get into all of that. For me, yeah, I'll toss that shit too. 2023 sucked. But the Bears had a game on Sunday. And like I said, they won the Battle of the Busters. So, but we're not going to poo-poo it because it's improvement, right? Well, we want that pick too, but you don't tank football. You don't tank in professional football. You're not supposed to, at least. You want to destroy everybody that's put in front of you. That's what we all say. But we want that pick. We would have a lot of leverage with that pick. So we got a lot we're going to talk about tonight. It's our last show of 2023. Boo-hoo, right? But we'll be back. We'll be back next year. So enough of hearing me talk. Let's get to it.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
We are back. Welcome to the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Like I said, where we don't know shit, and we're going to continue not to know much of shit. But it's just two of us today. It's just myself and my man, who I'm going to bring in right now. My man who usually has that hawk talk. And we are going to talk a little bit about the Hawks today. So let's bring him in. My man, Frank the Tank.
We are
What
talking
up,
some
Frank?
Hawks.
What's
Not
good,
that
man?
much else going on in Chicago. We might as well talk about the Hawks, right?
Yeah, might as well, man. Everybody else is sucking. But the Bears did win the other day.
It was like how you said, it was a battle of the bad teams. There's no question about that. But there's still some great things that happened in that game. I mean, Kyler Gordon was a beast. He was such a beast to the point where he had to get drug tested after the game because he played so well.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he got drug tested after the game after he played that well. And it's same with Herbert, too. Herbert got drug tested after the game as well.
When you have a good game, you get drug tested.
I guess when they don't expect you to have such a good game, they immediately think you're taking drugs.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So shout out to him. I mean, Justin played. I mean, I'm sure we'll break it down. Is JB coming on?
I don't know.
Just running a little late, I think.
But he's always running a little late.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll break it down more, but it was just another situation where Justin had a very good first half, but then you took the playbook away from him again. You immediately just played safe, threw those short little itty-bitty passes, and I think at times Justin just said, fuck you, to the point where I'm just going to run for 50 yards.
Ran.
If you're not going to let me pass for 50 yards, I'm going to run for 50 yards. Then.
Yes.
So, and I'm happy to see
he looked good. He didn't get teed off on either.
No. And he didn't get, I don't think he really, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, everyone. I didn't see Justin take a big hit in this game.
No, he didn't take a big hit, man.
And that's a huge step in the right direction when you run for over 100 yards and you did not take a big hit at all.
Right.
So huge shout out for him on that one. Running game worked.
Yeah, you mentioned
offensive line played pretty well.
Yeah, you mentioned Khalil Herbert. Man. Yeah, he had a really good game.
He did.
He's been a little bit silent. I think he's been hurt.
I think they did rush him back, which I don't understand why they rushed him back from that ankle injury because Foreman was playing very well, so there was really no point to rush him back.
Well, Foreman got hurt.
Foreman supposedly got hurt. I don't know. It seems like whenever somebody has a bad game, they say he's hurt. So, I mean, nobody knows if that shit is true. Seriously.
So, our guy, he popped up and then popped out.
I'm guessing he might be having some computer issues, so we'll give JB some time.
Possibly. But, yeah, man, so that running game looked good. And then the passing game to Cole Kmet.
Oh.
Okay. You know what? I need an apology letter for Cole Kmet.
I thank you.
At least, at least for that game on Sunday. He held on to the ball. He got some yards after the catch because usually he just falls down.
He wants to make sure he has that freaking ball and he just falls down with it.
Yes, he actually got yards after the catch.
He did.
So I will sign an apology letter for Sunday. Not for anything else. Well, he had a few good games, but I will sign an apology letter for Sunday. But he's not, he's not George Kittle or
no. I mean, he's never gonna be a George Kittle or Travis Kelce or any of that type shit.
Right.
But I mean, he's gonna be a guy who is gonna be the bruiser when he's hit. He's gonna try to get that extra yards. And I mean, when it comes down to Cole Kmet, he's a great blocker too. I don't care what people are going to say in the comments. He is one of the best blockers in the NFL. Some people will just point out one or two blocks he's missed all year and say he's a horrible fucking blocker when he blocks everybody. But he got hurt in that game, and I felt like he got hurt a few times in that game. That second pass, he took a big shot right to his ribs. And then that deep pass, he took one right to the dead smack of his kneecap. So I know he's banged up and he was dealing with a quad injury, if I'm not mistaken. He was on the questionable list going into that game.
So I want to address one of the comments from my guy Crazy. He said, so you think with Moore and Kmet going down, I didn't know Kmet went down.
Yeah, Kmet did not play in the second half.
So he said, are you saying you don't trust anyone else?
No.
This is time for Mooney and Bayless
Yes.
and Tyler to step up.
And
Forget about Bayless. Forget about Bayless.
And Velvet.
Okay,
Like, yeah.
you queued that up. Velvet. Forget
Well,
about
yeah,
Velvet.
Yeah, we always got that. We got to put that one up on the top shelf of this because I mean,
I'm David Jones.
That's all he's going to be known for. Really, is that Velvet.
Forget about Velvet, man.
Agree.
We don't want him to do nothing.
I definitely agree with that, and he's not going to do nothing. I would like to see him. They haven't really used him in the gadget type things that people are asking. Like every once in a while, you see him in the backfield. Like with Foreman going down, I wouldn't be mad if he all of a sudden just came up in the backfield, but instead Getsy puts freaking Moore in the backfield when he has a bad ankle. It's like, fuck you, dude. Why? What the fuck are you doing?
Oh my God. I can't wait to see him gone. I cannot wait to see Getsy gone.
I know when JB hops on, he's going to preach to saying Eberflus is gone too. Eberflus he's proving at least somewhat of a point to give him another shot, but I still don't. I'm not going to. But no matter what, Getsy.
Let's go back to what you just said.
Okay.
You said Eberflus is proving
that they're at least going to question it. They're at least going to question it, is what I'm saying. But
who's going to question it?
About if he's going to be the coach next year.
Who is going to question that?
The front office. Because they don't give a shit what we think. The front office is going to question it. And I'm not saying I want it. I'm not saying that at all. But he has kept the locker room. I believe when we had Kenneth Davis on here last week, he said the same thing. Eberflus has the locker room. They support him. And he is running the defense right now. And look at our fucking defense, man. Like, I mean.
Yeah. That's true. The defense is playing.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I want him to stay. I'm not saying that, but he's at least making you think about it as opposed to freaking Luke Getsy.
Yeah, I'm definitely not thinking about it. I'm definitely not. But my gut tells me that you're right. The front office is going to think twice about letting him go. That's what my gut is telling me.
Yeah, it's really going to be about what's going on behind the scenes right now. Like, I mean, how many coaches have they spoken to? Who is interested? If they don't think somebody is going to come in, change it right away, and shit, and they might.
Well, our guy JB came in here late, but he's here.
That's all that counts.
Let's bring him in. The stat man who knows every single stat from every single team. 80s and 90s basketball and football. And I'm sure he'll have a lot to say tonight about these teams in 2023. My man JB.
Hey, what up, JB?
What up, bud?
You know, had a damn update. Then it shit take time.
Oh yeah, those are the worst when the updates just pop up randomly out of nowhere right before you got something you got to do.
I couldn't log on. I think I came in and then it booted me back out.
Yeah, it booted you right out.
Yeah. So
Lucas Guy.
That's
a new name right there.
Yeah.
So
welcome, Lucas.
A little sharing, but how was your holiday, man?
It was good. I didn't get sick. So I mean that's a plus.
That's a win.
That's a plus. Kids had a blast.
That's another W.
That's always important.
Yeah, that's it was fun. I'm gonna play a little story here. My son asked for an Apple iPad. Typically, he's at that age where he wants an iPad. Because he's really big into that Roblox game, and pretty much Apple is the best when it comes down to supporting that game.
Okay.
But he opened his first gift, and it was a writing tablet, where you just kind of write on it and it draws out because he's a really good drawer too. So he started crying.
He's
like, did Santa give me the wrong tablet? This is not what I wanted.
Oh.
And then luckily the next present he opened up was the Apple tablet, and then he screamed and went nuts and was happy. So it was funny. For sure it was funny.
That's a Christmas story.
Yeah, right? He didn't get a BB gun yet. Not yet.
What you get for Christmas, JB?
You know, I got a lot of love, you know, some
Lot of love.
finances, you know, some gear, some apparel. You know, but for me, it's just, you know, being around family more so than anything. And then I like the looks when I give the gifts, especially when people are, you know, are not really expecting certain things. I like that a little bit more. And, you know, just, you know, celebrate with my sister's kids, with, you know, them not, like with her not being here and stuff. Just, you know, Christmas is bittersweet for me. You know, if I could just go from the 24th to the 26th, I'd be happy, but I know that's not realistic. But overall it was okay. And then, you know, was able to double up on the Moors. They had a sale. So.
Oh shit! Okay.
Nice.
Did you do some Christmas caroling?
Oh, I can't sing no more, man.
Well, shit. If you're drinking all that Moors, you might just feel like singing.
I tell you what I was doing. I was
that?
singing to the TV on Sunday. I damn sure was. Because I'm just like, with certain things now, it's like I don't have any, as I get older, I don't have any, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't have any like sympathy for stupidity.
Yeah. Which is what we've been seeing most of 2023.
I just saw a little bit more. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw something to the TV if they lose this damn game.
When Justin threw that interception in the end zone, man, I was scared.
In the third quarter, they had you bite your fingernails, because I bet mine they short as hell too. They did bite my fingernails, man.
They did, but see, in a certain point, I was looking at how he was playing. Cole Kmet 100-something yards in the first half. I'm looking like, okay, somebody tapped Getsy on the shoulder and was like, "Hey man, you about to get fired, so you might as well go out with a blade."
He knew that
next job. Because here we go again. You know what? Let's go ahead and segue. We normally don't talk about other games, right? But I think in this sense, it helps our case.
Yeah.
I look at what happened with the Chiefs and the Raiders and how Patrick Mahomes basically looked pedestrian, very weak, because he doesn't have any help. And the one gun he has isn't getting open because they're all, you know, game planning for him. I'm like, now see, if one of the greatest ever is struggling in that scenario, why do we put so much pressure on Justin? His line wasn't playing well. Receivers couldn't get open. But we look at Justin like he's just supposed to make a miracle out of every damn play calling situation. Matt Nagy's looking like an idiot. Andy Reid's looking like, what did I do? And the greatest quarterback of our generation right now is looking real suspect.
I find that crazy that Matt Nagy is calling that offense and Patrick Mahomes is struggling.
I don't find
as much as I agree with what you're saying. He has no weapons. Like, it is ridiculous.
But this is what we've been going through, you know, with the Bears for what, better part of 20 years.
Yeah.
And now I switch gears and then I look at the Vaughn in San Francisco because somebody on national media stated it. Oh, I'm sorry, local national Chicago, not national, local Chicago media. Why is the offense not working? Because Getsy's offense, everybody's using it. Everybody's having success with it. Miami's having success with it.
That is not Getsy's offense, Miami.
But that's why I said, because it's all from the Shanahan tree.
Oh, okay. That's
they talked about the Rams. I was like, do you realize how many down the field shots Matthew Stafford takes? He's not a dink and dunk quarterback. What the hell?
We don't throw down the field.
So
we threw down the field in the first half, though. That's what annoyed the shit out of me. We really did. Justin Fields had what, like a $180, $170 in the first half? Like Cole Kmet was over 100 yards. DJ Moore was playing hurt, but he still had like 4 or 5 targets. And in the second half, it was just immediately like, all right, I'm playing scared. We're going to run the ball, throw screens, short passes. We're not going to make a mistake. We're going to play to win. Fuck you. I don't want to see that shit.
Make a statement.
And then I feel like, and this was before you came on, JB, Justin just basically said, fuck you. If you're not going to let me pass the ball down the field, I'm running the ball down the fucking field.
And that's what I thought I saw, because there were times where I don't know if it was just the Bears weren't getting open, but it was like, hell, he has 7 seconds, 8 seconds, 9 seconds, and he's still trying to make a play as opposed to just saying, you know, the hell wouldn't take off and running. That's where he's still, in my opinion, he's trying to prove hey, I'm a quarterback. I don't have to just take off and run. That's easy. But because I know I can get away from pressure, maybe that'll help give my guys some time to get open because it's very hard for a secondary to cover, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever. Absolutely crazy. It's after his first 10 to 15, he's pretty much irrelevant. But that just goes to show when people were just getting on Justin about the Cleveland game. Here's my next comparison. Look at how bad Brock Purdy looked against the Ravens. 4 interceptions. Sam Darnold came in through another against one of the top sack teams. I think they're the number 1 with 50. They got the most sacks in the league for a team. But these elite MVP caliber quarterbacks, when the receivers aren't getting open or the defense is giving them large amount of pressure, they're looking real basic, real ordinary.
Doesn't matter.
And thank you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they try to separate themselves from what's going on. No, if you don't have a line, go back to the Kansas City Super Bowl versus the Buccaneers when Mahomes was missing 3 starting linemen. Although he gave a phenomenal effort, they looked terrible.
Yep.
Terrible. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when people are evaluating, especially our own local media, when they're evaluating what Justin's going through, are you looking at all the caveats to what's going on? I don't think they are. Even though the line played a little bit better and you got to get a win from somewhere, hell, it's Arizona. Like, I'm happy Justin looked better for Justin's sake, but am I getting overly excited because they beat the Cardinals? No. And still almost lost. Like,
I mean, it's fuck. I don't.
That's a hard one, right?
It is. It is. Like, it was just to the point where it's just like, I want to get excited they won, but they played against a shitty team. Arizona has pretty much nothing. Like, we picked them to win a few games just because Kyler Murray is at least better than a lot of quarterbacks out there, at least because he can use his feet. But
think of it like this: Kyler Murray didn't even run like he normally does.
No. Well, the Bears defensive line did a very good job of pressuring him to keep him in a box. He wasn't able to get outside or anything. Montez, I almost said Sweet again, and I haven't done it in such a long time. Dude. Montez Sweat, like, that guy is a fucking beast, man. Like, that trade is looking great right now.
He's giving you Julius Peppers vibes, right?
What?
He's giving you Julius Peppers vibes, right?
Absolutely. Like, those long freaking arms that he has, even when he's just making tackles on running backs, he's like full swing arms taking them down. Like, the guy, like, everyone was just like, why didn't we get what was the other guy from Washington? I forgot his name, who went to Chase Young. Thank you. Everyone's like, why get Young? I was like, I didn't think we would have a chance at Sweat. I would have rather have Sweat because he's younger. He's not injury prone. And then the other thing is he is dominant at both the run and the passing game.
Absolutely. Well, remember, originally when the season first started, we wanted to take before the season started free agency, we wanted to take a run at Deron Payne.
Yeah.
That's, what we could have had and try to pair him with Miles Murphy. Remember, we were talking about Miles of Payne.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen. But now that platoon of 3 techniques, Justin Jones is looking better. Javon Dexter is looking better. I didn't see Zach Pickens.
I didn't see him play once, actually.
I didn't see him, but I saw Billings.
I did. Billings made some stuffs in the backfield again. Absolutely.
Billings did a pretty good job. Now, on that other end, for that other edge rush, they were platooning too. I saw DeMarcus Walker get out there.
He played very well too.
So what I'm looking at is when we go into that game against a quarterback of that caliber, Kyler Murray is I think he's a former Pro Bowler. Definitely, a dual threat quarterback. And we were able to contain him. But we couldn't do that against Joe Flacco. So now I'm looking at.
But the thing is, with Joe Flacco, we kicked the shit out of Joe Flacco, man. We really. And what did we hit? 4 sacks on him in that game? I think it was 4 or 5 sacks.
4.5. Right?
We threw 4 interceptions. Like, that's where you got to look on the other side.
2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions. Okay, that's where you got to look on the other side of the ball and just be like, "Fuck, help me out, guys." Shit, because Joe Flacco, as old as he is, he's not a dual threat. He is still a very good visional quarterback. He will stay in there and take the beating to make sure that ball gets out on time. And I think the defense got worn down in the 4th quarter.
And I think that's part of the problem now. So if we can sustain drives, that gives our, like any team, you sustain drives, that gives your defense a better chance for success because now they're not tired. They're not worn out. It happened last night. It happened against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're trying to get back in the game. It's 20-14, 2 drives, 2 chances. They got to the red zone, didn't convert, came back, didn't convert. Defense needed one more chance. Got one more chance to get a stop. They were tired. That's the thing that we're doing too.
I agree.
When we're losing those games, when those teams are coming back from 2 and 3 scores, our offense is not sustaining drives, keeping our defense off the field, keeping it fresh. Then we go into conservation mode and prevent, which this is an old adage. Playing prevent defense prevents you from winning. Quarterbacks are too good. Receivers are too good. The fear that I have moving forward, the rumblings about, did Eberflus just keep his job?
That's what we were just talking about too.
I don't think he did.
No, I'm not saying none of us are saying he did. We're saying the front office is at least thinking about it now. I don't think before at all they did at all. But at the same time, like the way the defense is playing, I mean, no matter what, you got to give them some credit for that. Even though I still think the defense just completely switched when you got Sweat here. Like when you get a dominant pass rusher here, that makes everybody on defense better.
JB, would you consider keeping him?
No, because here's my thing.
That's all you need to say. No.
He did say it very respectfully. Before he said, fuck no.
Yeah,
like, that's usually what he would say before. So
the reason why is because, in my opinion, Eberflus has shown that when he has certain pieces, he's a pretty good coordinator.
Yeah.
But I still don't feel that he's the leader that he needs to be for this team. You know, head coaching is not just delegation. Because eventually when you see something's not going right, you got to step in and take over. I defer to Mike Tomlin. Hey, Matt Canada, you ain't getting it done. Let me go ahead and right this ship. We win a couple close games. I give you your energy back. You mess up again. Oh, now you got to go. Where is that with Matt Eberflus? I don't see it. To me, he still looks at Luke Getsy like, you stay over there and do what you're doing. I'm gonna stay over here and do what I'm doing. And that's not a recipe for success.
I agree.
The Bears right now, as presently constructed, have about a 3 to 4 year window with this current team defensively to make some noise. You got to get some help on the offense to help them out. You have to.
I agree. And I was saying, I'm not saying keep him, but I will say I still think he has, as rough as the season has it been, he has kept the locker room in check. I'll give him credit for that. But other than
that, do you think he kept the locker room, or do you think he's got the defense?
I mean,
because I don't think he's got the whole locker room, because there's still some. The special teams is just, I don't know what the hell's going on with special teams.
We got a good kicker.
That shit's just terrible.
Yeah, we got a good kicker though.
Valence Jones is going on with the special teams. Stop using him.
Well, not just him, but the other kid, muffin punts and stuff too. Like
Taylor.
I mean, Taylor's usually pretty reliable. He just had that one game where it was just like, God damn, dude.
But also to Eberflus' discredit, I go back 2 games. You'd rather throw a Hail Mary than attempt a kick. Because if your plan was sound,
oh boy, I forgot.
Listen.
No, you're not wrong.
If your plan was sound, you wouldn't have been playing for the sidelines for your kicker to even say, "Oh, I can't kick a 50-yarder." You would have used those 3 timeouts, exploited the middle of the field, intermediate to deep, then got him in a more manageable field goal position.
That's where I'm going with you on. Like, as far as him deciding to not kick it, he did say during the press conference, and one thing I will say, he is at least taking blame on himself now, which is good, because he never did that in the first half of the season, and it pissed me off so much. But he did come out and say, he was like, we were dealing with like a 50-degree wind coming at us. You know, he was having a hard time kicking it from that distance with the wind hitting when we were doing warm-ups and everything. So we decided to. I still don't like that idea because I have a better feeling of Cairo kicking into the wind a 55-yard field goal than a fucking Hail Mary. Like, I mean, I don't see how that is a possibility. But when it comes down to that, like, you knew the wind was at your back.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, not at your face. You knew the wind was in your face. And you refused to do sideline passes to take time off the clock, but to stop the clock. You kept throwing it in the middle of the field for 5-6 yards instead of using the sidelines to get out of bounds because you didn't have timeouts.
I want to think some deep over routes, some deep corners, some deep outs.
He needs to manage the game better. There's no question.
With the 3 timeouts, you could utilize the middle of the field, but not on a 5-yard check down.
No, absolutely. You do that on a 15, 20-yard type pass. You don't do that on a fucking check down unless the check down is on the sidelines.
So I want to address what Dr. Truth just said at 8:32. Taylor just had one bad game against Cleveland. He's solid.
That's what I said too. I agree with him.
But Dr. Truth, I look at your perspective and say, oh, you're talking about the 2-month punts. Oh, no, that was just the icing on the cake because our punting game is not flipping the field either.
No, it's not.
Our return game is not flipping the field. We're not getting great punt return yardage. And I'm not saying that he's Devin Hester or anything, but at least when we had, what was the little shorty? Jerry Grant.
Grant, yeah. That little speedster guy, yeah.
He was giving us a little bit more, you know? So to have somebody like that, I would have appreciated something in the special teams because, in my opinion, when you have good special teams and you flip the field like that, you help your offense, especially when your offense is struggling.
Yeah, it's true.
We're not doing that.
Let me ask you this, though, JB. The last 2 games, yes, we want to beat the Packers. 100% agree with that and everything. But these last 2 games to me really don't matter anymore. We're not going anywhere. Nothing's going to happen. Would you, on punt returns, possibly go back?
I'm David Jones.
To give him another shot?
Hell no.
This is the thing. Hear me out on this. He is a speedster. He has a better chance of flipping the field if he can hold on to the fucking football.
He does.
He has a better chance of doing it, and we're not playing for anything right now.
Here's the thing, Frank. When I look at what he's doing, I would think the only reason you give him a shot is because you know he's auditioning for his next team.
Yeah.
We're not looking for Velvet to really have any impact this game. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more service. With this game, it means way more to Atlanta.
Agreed.
Than it does to us because of trying to get into that NFC South.
And it's the same with Green Bay in the last game.
But do you take any consolation prize in playing spoiler with this team, knowing that you could possibly have a lame duck coach?
No.
So
I'm not taking no consolation shit. I don't want consolation shit. It's no 10th place ribbon.
So I don't want a participation trophy.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, what are you doing? Are you using this game as a measuring stick to get better, or are you just doing shit? Because there's no scenario. If you beat the Cardinals, it's like, yay, the Cardinals. You beat the Falcons, real talk. It's like, yay, the Falcons. Oh, we stopped them from getting to the playoffs.
But if we beat Green Bay, we won a Super Bowl.
That's a little different because that's personal.
Agreed.
That's a different type of rivalry. I don't care if we go 2-15 in a season. Damn it, I want them 2 wins to be against Green Bay.
No question about
that. That's just the Bears fan in me.
Absolutely. As a Bears fan, you always want to beat Green Bay no matter
what.
But I understand rivalry, all that type stuff, but nobody's going to really consider that a consolation prize either.
It's always a consolation prize when you beat Green Bay and we're not good.
Because it happens.
You always had on at least.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I want you all to look at this comment here.
John Dorn. I just saw
John
that.
Dorn. He said you
I
have
think John
no
Dorn is new.
chance.
Thank you for telling me.
Any
Green Bay.
relations to Roger Dorn from Major League? John Dorn.
Yeah, I
Must be a Packer fan. Since he said you
he
have
must
no
be.
chance.
But this is what I say to John
You
Dorn.
smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Dang, I thought you was gonna put up the Will Smith one.
I was actually gonna put up. I was gonna put up.
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up here.
John Dorn, shout out.
You're-
Shout out to you, man. But
Love
get
you,
your
John.
ass out of
Love
here.
you. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Green Bay ain't shit either. So I don't know why everybody's – Green Bay's got a better coach. That is why they are at least somewhat in a playoff hunt right now. And if you – and from what I remember, the first half of the seasons, Packer fans were calling for LaFleur's head.
Wait, you see this shit?
Okay,
Love
John-
will carve up
Nope.
the Bears defense.
Hold
Fields
on.
is a bust.
Hey, John Dorn,
John, you want to come on?
you want to come on? Because
We'll bring you on and we'll talk about this for a little,
talk
John. And we'll
about
keep
this.
it clean
This ain't no problem.
because Jordan Love isn't shit.
And see, this
Jordan-
this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Oh, now Justin is a bust. What makes him a bust?
The coach that we got from you guys is making Justin look like a bust.
You know who's a bust right now? Trey Lance is a bust currently. You know who's a bust right now? Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach
Those
Wilson
are-
is definitely a proven bust
those are
right now.
busts.
There's no question about the
You know,
Zach
wait,
Wilson.
you know who's a bust right now in his rookie year? You ready? Drum roll.
I know who you're gonna say, and I can't give him a bust right now.
I'm gonna throw the alley-oop to you, Frank. Who is it?
It's Bryce Young.
No, you know what? Right now, he's a bust. Currently,
Right now, he's playing like a bust, sure, but at the
a bust.
same time, Justin looked really
What?
bad his rookie year when he had
Oh,
nothing either.
stop it. He
Jordan
said
Love
Jordan
hasn't-
Love did more
Can we-
in
all
one
right.
season
I gotta
than
pop
Fields
up
did
Jordan
in
Love's
3.
stats here. 'Cause
Hey,
don't
John,
think
I need you to
Jordan
come
Love
on,
is
man.
done Shit.
Oh
John,
my
you are more
God.
than welcome to come on, man. We will send you the
Man,
link.
John,
We
you
always
come
love
on,
hearing
dog.
Packer people talk their shit. There's nothing wrong with that.
You must be a Jordan Love dick.
Dorn.
I will tell you this right now, Dorn, that if LaFleur was the head coach of the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields would be in Pro Bowl conversations.
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
And that is a fact.
Can you look at the balls that Jordan Love throws and just picture that offense here, because Getsy does not do that. He has a similar piece here and there of it. But when you watch the game, and it's like I can't make this up. When you look at what Cole Kmet did in the first half with those intermediate to deep passes, it was a thing of beauty. Then he dialed it back. Cole Kmet did get hurt, but then he dialed it back. But then he does stupid stuff like, again, I was arguing with somebody. I forgot who it was. I think it was in one of our groups. I don't like the toss play to Roshan Johnson, allowing was it Tyler Scott? Who was it that missed the block? Oh, it was Mooney.
That was Mooney, yeah.
You know what you do? You put 3 tight ends in. You put big Mercedes Lewis in. Marseille.
Why we pretty much got him.
You put him in. You put Tunyon in. You put Kmet in, because if Kmet wasn't in the game, you bring in another offensive tackle. I just saw the Raiders do it. You put your fullback in. Then you put Roshan in. You know what? You go get that 1 yard. What's all this cute shit? Like, why?
And I just looked up the stats, by the way. Other than yards, Jordan Love and Justin Fields are pretty identical in every other category, other than yards. But the difference is Jordan Love throws the ball way more than Justin Fields does. I mean, I can't blame Justin if they don't give him the chance to throw the freaking ball.
Jeremy
Love will likely make 4,000 yards. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucked up if he does make 4,000 yards.
But here's the thing. You know what? I look at who he sat behind. I look at LaFleur as one of our better coaches. LaFleur is a top 15 coach in the league.
I give him better. I might even give him a top 10. I seriously.
I can push. I'll give you top 10, like 9, 10, but I have a little pushback because with that elaborate of an offense that he had, he should have won more with Aaron Rodgers. And that's all
Agreed. Agreed. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do believe that was more towards the Aaron Rodgers crybaby days where he was just being a nagging little bitch every freaking season.
Could be. But again, you had one of the greatest. Oh, here's another fun fact. Hey, when Matt LaFleur took over, he didn't say, "Oh, I need a new quarterback."
No,
Ooh, I can't stand Chicago media sometimes.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm gonna line them up and slap this.
I will say this, and I will say it out loud. Justin Fields is a better passer. He has a stronger arm. He is a more accurate thrower. Obviously, is bigger and faster than a Jordan Love is. But Jordan Love has a very good offensive-minded coach, which knows how to help his weaknesses. Because if you think about it, what was it, week 4 through 8? Jordan Love looked awful because they actually figured out a weakness on him and they were tearing him apart. But you had a head coach who adjusted his system a little bit, which helped him move out a little bit more, which helped him.
It did, but Frank, here's the thing. And let's keep it let's keep it 1,000 around here. Fuck it, I don't care about them people. Let's keep it 100 because we the real 100.
Thank you, John Dorn, for saying one thing that makes sense.
Let me chime into that a little bit. If we were sitting here as Bears fans, forget the record. If we were sitting here as Bears fans and Justin Field has 3,500 yards, 27 passing touchdowns, 11 interceptions, would any of this Caleb Williams talk be heard?
Nope. No,
regardless of record, right? Regardless of record.
Not. It wouldn't.
So that's my thing. When you have a coach that accentuates what the quarterback does best, and Love is a better intermediate to deep thrower. For some reason, like Justin, he struggles on accuracy on the short passes.
Yeah.
You know what? Because it's not natural to those type of quarterbacks. It's just not. And I just feel, in my opinion, if we had LaFleur's concept, because he does throw to the back. Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, when they ran, he spreads the ball around pretty efficiently. 60. What is Love, like 60%, 61, something like that? I know he's not like 68. He's like in the low 60s. I know. I just saw it like
63.
Okay, so like a week
and
ago.
Justin is 62.
So they wasn't what? They wasn't what? The problem that I have when you know that your quarterback can sit up there and with his arm get you back in the games, with his arm keep you ahead of the games, why do you just automatically defer? That's one of the things that we saw with
All right, we got to get to Thorne's next question too.
We're gonna get to him. That's one of the things why Greg Roman's system did not continue to work with Lamar Jackson, because he kept getting hurt. Look at what Todd Monken is doing with Lamar right now.
Yeah.
If y'all look it up, because I guarantee you, Lamar got damn near 4,000 yards combined offense.
Combined, yes.
And about 25 touchdowns. If you're running that system with Justin Fields, let's get it. But if Justin's got 2,200 yards passing and 1,200 yards rushing,
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't want it.
Because you're not going to make it through a whole season doing that shit. And Dorn, to answer your question, he brought up Justin's always injured. I don't know if Justin's always injured, but most of the time when Justin does get injured, again, it's because we have a dumbass coach who runs him up the middle at 400 fucking pound defensive linemen.
So
you don't do shit like that with a quarterback.
So again, what did I just say about Lamar Jackson? The last 2 seasons, Lamar has been hurt because he's overused in the run game.
Justin always gets hurt when he's using the run game, pretty much.
What happened to Cam Newton?
Too much.
What happened to Cam Newton?
Cam Newton's career ended because they utilized him in the run game way too freaking much.
That's your throwing shoulder.
Yep, and you'll be done. His career ended when that shoulder went out on him.
Speaking of Cam Newton, and I know this is not what we do here, but I want to start. Maybe we should, sprinkle in a little current events and stuff. I love what Cam Newton said. I would love to have Cam Newton on our podcast. Hey,
about Justin?
About Justin,
yeah, we had that video up here. I remember we did. We did. When it was him and Brandon Marshall, right? It was him
Yeah, I
and
think
Brandon Marshall on a
think
show.
it
Yeah, we
was,
showed that on our podcast. So
Okay.
this was like a month or so ago.
Right. So he had just came out and said something with this is gonna sound bad, but I'm not trying to be chauvinistic, but hey, Kimberly Martin can go take a long walk off a short pier because she's new. You're gonna tell a former league rookie of the year, a former league MVP, a former Super Bowl appearing quarterback that he don't know what he's talking about because he's sitting on the couch?
Yeah.
But you, with your 15 pounds of makeup and your good wig, we supposed to listen to you? Hey, man, beat it, man. Talking about the man clothes. This is a former MVP. If he say Brock Purdy and Dak Prescott remind him more of game managers and game changers, guess what? I'm going to listen because now I'm intrigued.
And he's not wrong on that either because
I'm going to listen because I'm intrigued. Like, oh, you know what? He's done something a lot of rookies haven't done. What is that you say, JB? He threw for 4,000 yards in his rookie season with a 33-year-old Steve Smith. Like, that happened. He went to the Pro Bowl multiple years. He went and had the MVP with receivers such as Devin Funches.
Yep.
He went to the Super Bowl and gave a great effort against the Patriots.
It's just unfortunately he had a little bit of a longer career than RG3, but there's another one to bring up. RG3 had a promising fucking career.
Yes.
But you utilized him in the run game too much. And he was done what, in his sophomore year? Is when he took that ACL tear?
So I want to say he got hurt his sophomore year, came back a little too early and got hurt again.
Came back for the playoffs.
The playoff game.
Yeah, he came back for the playoff game and re-injured it. I do remember that.
I'm trying to remember the coach.
That was Shanahan.
It was
The older
Mike
Shanahan.
It was Daddy Shanahan.
That was really the only bad moment I could say of Mike Shanahan was that, but rushing RG3 back for the playoff game after a severe knee injury that pretty much ended his career.
No, yeah, I'm going to tell you what I really feel because as I'm watching, because all I do, y'all, admit it.
You are that guy.
I do is watch podcasts.
Yeah, same.
All I do. And to sit here and when I'm watching First Take and I'm listening to her talk about the man's clothing and the reason why he's not on an NFL team right now, forget the points that he made. You attack the man as an individual. That's why I'm glad Ryan Clark came back out and went after her. Because this is half the problem. You get too many people that get paid big bucks to say nothing. But then when you got the people that actually know what's going on, or the people like us who give you that ground level, that foundational support and mindset, we don't get heard.
Yeah.
I don't care if Dan Orlovsky sat the bench for 15 years. You know what he knows? He knows quarterbacking.
He does. And I love when he does his breakdown.
I'm going to listen to Dan Orlovsky. Is he right all the time? No.
Same with Chase Daniels. I love hearing Chase Daniels.
I ain't listening to Dan Orlovsky.
Let me tell you why I listen to Dan Orlovsky. Because he gives you the perspective of somebody that was not physically gifted to really play the position.
That's kind of like a backhanded compliment.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
because when you talk about game manager,
yeah, it is.
Think about it. Most star athletes are not good analysts or coaches because they're looking at it from the elite of the elite of the elite level. That's why Michael Jordan is never a good coach.
Yeah, or a good owner.
Because you can never live up to what he's laid out. But that's why Steve Kerr is successful.
Well, this is the one thing I will say about the clothing. I agree with you 100%. It's not the clothing is the reason, but sometimes clothing can be a distraction. And when you have that distraction, you better be a good quarterback. And he has struggled these last, 5? Every year when he went to New England, all those years where he struggled. But people looked at a different reason. Oh, his clothing. It's just like he struggled. But it doesn't change his knowledge of the freaking football game.
So I'm agree with you on that, but I'm a push back on just two statements that you made. Because if you were to look at all his accolades, Cam Newton was pretty dope.
Oh, no question. I'm not denying that at all.
But if you look at the last year in Carolina with Norv Turner as his offensive, y'all remember Norv Turner? With Norv Turner as his offensive coordinator, like he had turned the page. He was running less. He was throwing the ball before he got hurt. Like he was looking like, oh man, this the Cam we needed. This the Cam we wanted. I want to say he got hurt He got hurt like towards the end of the season. Now the team wasn't good, right? And I challenge somebody. Well, right, but I challenge somebody to look it up. Like I want to say he was close to 70% completion percentage. I know he had over almost 4,000 combined yards of total offense. Like I know he was turning the page.
Somebody, are you talking about his last year in Carolina?
His last year in Carolina. I want to say he got hurt like game 13, 14, 15. Remember he got hurt near the end of the season. And then that next season he had shoulder surgery. He didn't even come back. He played like 2 games and sat out. He was hurt. But under that Norv Turner offense, a quarterback that they made a running quarterback turned the page. Cam Newton at Auburn had already been a dual threat quarterback. His rookie year in Carolina, he threw for 4,000 yards as a running quarterback. He's got one record. Don't he get the record for 14 rushing touchdowns in the season, only just tied by Jalen Hurts? Then he's got some other record where he had 45 combined total touchdowns on the year. I want to say it was 35 passing, 10 rushing that year. He was the MVP. But you don't want to listen to that guy? I'm going to listen to that guy because you know what? That guy has done it. He's been on multiple levels and has success. When he speaks, he knows what he's talking about. So when he speaks about Justin, I'm going to listen because guess who Justin kind of reminds people of? Cam Newton. Maybe a faster Cam Newton. Maybe a more.
I would definitely say a faster Cam Newton.
Maybe a faster, more athletic, dynamic. But if you remember, hey, Cam Newton was a beast. He was a physical specimen.
All right. I checked 3 different websites. Cam Newton did not have good stats when he was last year at Carolina. He had a good first few games.
I said his last season.
Yeah, his last season with Carolina.
No. Not the season he went back and retired with them. It was before he went to New England.
Oh, okay. My fault. All
yeah. Because remember, he went to New England and he came back to Carolina as a backup. I'm talking about the season he left.
Yes. Okay. I see what you're talking about now. He was a 68% completion guy.
That's a damn near 70, right?
And it was 3,400 passing yards.
So, hey, look, this is what I want to do. Since we're gonna keep this show a little bit short, I want to go right into a segment that we call Keep It a Stack.
Doesn't Foul usually do?
Shout out to Foul Mouth C because this is his segment, but since this is the last show of the year, fuck it. We're going to make a controversial statement, and then we're going to talk about it. And you all in the chat are probably going to have something to say about it too. But this is the statement. Kevin Warren will have more of a presence next season.
Better.
JB, what do you think about that?
Wait, say that again, because I let me.
Okay, let me say it again.
Because if you're going where I think you're going, you're about to set me off.
Kevin Warren will have more of a presence in 2024.
Let me tell you why that's going to set me off. Why is he waiting on a more of a presence for 2024 when he shouldn't have presence coming in? Damn that stadium, that's too far away. What we gonna do to get some wins? What we gonna do to get some personnel in here that's gonna actually make the Bears viable? So he should have been did this. Don't tell me he's gonna have more of a presence in 2024. He should have had a presence in 2023.
Well, let's not talk about what he should have had. Let's talk about what he will have.
He better.
Will he have more of a presence?
He better. He better. That's my answer. He better.
Now, why he better?
Because isn't he supposedly a football guy?
Supposedly, yeah. He was the president of the Big Ten, right?
Oh, no, I ain't even talking about the Big Ten. Didn't he work for NFL organizations?
Yeah, he worked for the Vikings too.
That's my point. So football player personnel. Forget the business side because the Bears going to make money whether we 0-17 or 17-0. Bears going to make money like the Cubs. They're just going to make money hand over foot till the fans don't go to the stadium. Kevin Warren right now should be having dinner with Ryan Poles saying like, look, these two jokers, they got to go. Give me your short list. I will interview them with my questions. You interview them with your questions, and we will come together and make the best decision.
Right?
That's what Kevin Warren should do.
I mean, I agree with JB and saying I wish he would have done it this year, but I think Kevin Warren was kind of staying a little bit farther back to see what he has first. And I do truly think he will be a huge, huge presence next year. And when it comes down to that, it's just like, I'm just hoping the Bears allow him to do whatever the fuck he wants. Bears organization, McCaskey's, just I'm going to say it respectfully, just shut the fuck up and be the face of the organization. Just sit back and let Kevin Warren do his thing. If he wants to fire Eberflus and all those other freaking guys, go ahead. You have the right to do it. Bring who you think is going to be a football god in this fucking place. Because we've been listening to these nerds way too freaking long now.
There you go.
It has not worked.
There you go, Frank.
You just touched on what Jeremy just said, that he feels like Kevin Warren is going to choose the next head coach.
And he's not going to ask Poles' advice. He's going to say, Poles, this is what it's going to be. You do your job in building a team around the coach I'm bringing in. If you don't like it, you can hit the fucking hay too.
He needs to grab that monkey by the ears and fuck it. Not Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles don't need to fuck the monkey. He needs to just protect the monkey. JB, I guess you don't really understand what I'm saying.
No. I got caught off because of this. Whoever this is at 8:58. What the hell is that?
What?
Somebody just took it off.
I just took it off.
You saw that, Frank?
Yeah.
What the hell was
Pretty
that?
much in a nutshell, somebody asking for money.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, get your ass out of here, whoever.
It's a sports show, people. Sorry.
Right. This ain't no money show.
Yeah, that was just.
So, chat. Everybody in the chat, what do you think about that? Will Kevin Warren have more of a presence in 2024? Will he actually say some shit now? Will he say, all right, enough of that in 2023. Now this is my show. I'm running this shit. Lou Gessie, you the first to get the fuck out. Get out of here. Justin, I'm signing you back. Definitely signing Justin back. Eddie Jackson, you got to hurry up, get the hell out of here.
Hey, they got a couple. He's in the third round, I'm telling you.
Hurry up, get out of here. Montez, you killing, man. You killing.
This defense in general. I want another pass rusher. I want another three technique.
So
I'm happy.
Let me give you a controversial statement since that first one wasn't so controversial. It was more of a premonition, maybe. Darnell Mooney, pack your bags.
Well, I'm going to see what he wants before I pack his bags.
What?
How much money is he going to want now that he had a horrible fucking season? Because I bet you he wish he took that fucking money to start off the season now. Because I don't think he's getting what Bears were even going to offer him now. Like, Darnell Mooney, from what I hear, great locker room guy. He busts his ass and everything in practice. He's a great route runner. Justin loves him. I understand all that shit. I really do. But I'm not paying top dollar for no fucking performances during the game. Like, he's invincible. He's getting 2-3 catches a game.
And I knew you was gonna say that.
I can get that from a practice squad fucking player.
And See, Frank, I knew you was gonna go there. Here's my question. You look at the season that Justin and Darnell had when they had nobody but each other.
Agreed.
And Darnell was 1,000-yard receiver.
And you're going to go with Getsy again?
Because I don't think he just forgot how to throw he didn't just forget how to throw to Darnell.
I can see a lot of drop passes from Mooney this year, though, too.
And I think he's frustrated because of his lack of production, right?
And I think he's taking the Claypool route right now where he's blocking way too fucking much. He's not a blocker.
Well, not just that, but where are those over routes that made him famous? Where are those deep corner routes that we're like, oh, he's making one-handed grabs and stuff?
Where are those?
Again, where are the things that he does best?
Mm-hmm.
And then he has, unfortunately, he has no rhythm in this offense right now.
Well, it's not an offense. That's why. It is no freaking offense because you're not there. They don't do anything well. Running the ball has been a solid year. For losing David Montgomery, I feel they had a better year than I expected. Still not a great year or anything like that. But when you have, and I always go back to this and see what fucking CJ is doing in Houston right now. When you have a guy coming out of Ohio State where over 70% of his big pass plays, and this is not just CJ, this was the same thing for Justin Fields too. 70% of his very good pass plays were slants. Yet you have one quarterback who runs 10 plus fucking slants a game in CJ Stroud right now in Houston. And we have our side who has run 11 slants all fucking year.
He don't even run 2 a game.
7 out of those 11 were to Cole Kmet. And I love Cole Kmet, but you use your speedsters and slants, not your big tight ends. But God, every time it fucking slants piss me off, man.
I mean, all of it, we just continue to say the same thing.
Let people come on him.
But here we go again. You mentioned CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's offensive coordinator and whatever DeMeco Ryans did in selecting those people around him,
genius.
He did. Hell, look at the stats. CJ Stroud is 20-5, y'all. 20 touchdowns, 5 picks. 3 of those picks he had in one game.
Struggled the last few games too.
But he on pace for 4,000.
No, he's still having a great year. Yeah.
4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 5 picks. We would sign up for Justin right now, but they don't do the same thing.
We're gonna shift over to Bulls in a little bit, Jeremy. Hang on.
I won't talk about no Bulls right now. Damn it.
No, we can't talk about them because again, they were just down by 18 points to freaking Atlanta, and now they got a 4-point lead with 6 minutes left.
Do you know what pyrite is?
No, what is that?
Fool's gold.
They got Trae Young taking 3-pointers from
Pyrite is fool's gold, and that's what the Bulls are. It's not worth mentioning. Back to real talk. What is it now? I had asked in chat, somebody, Dr. Truth at 903 said, JB, what do you think if Bojack leaves and Jalen gets extended? Do you think the Bears could transition Tyreek to safety and Smitty looks pretty good? So here's the thing. Do you see that at 903?
Yeah.
No, so I didn't see that.
It's scroll up, T. You see it now?
I'll get it. I got it.
Dr. Truth.
Dr. Truth.
Yeah. And I like that, Dr. Truth, and I understand that, but Stevenson had a damn good second half.
Tyreek is not a hitter.
Tyreek had it. Is Bojack?
He's not a hitter.
He's not a hitter.
No. Remember, there's Tyreek Stevenson, and then there's Terrell Smith.
Yeah.
My thing is this: first of all, you have to extend Jalen. If you don't extend Jalen, you're like an idiot. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. You're an idiot. You're a freaking idiot. In my opinion, with that third round pick, if we do let go of Eddie, I'm looking at somebody like Javon Bullard from Georgia. I'm looking at somebody like Tyler Nubin. If y'all watch Big Ten football, he plays for Minnesota. He kind of
Georgia safety will probably be like a third rounder.
But Tyler Nubin kind of giving you that Kyle Hamilton vibe. You know, Kyle, like,
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
4.6 40, you know, not whatever. It's not that time of year yet, but I'm still real heavy into like what the draft is about right now. Like, and for those that are talking with DB, some people said, "Hey, get rid of Jalen. He wants too much money. Draft Kool-Aid." Okay, what are we drafting Kool-Aid for? Kool-Aid, Mick, whatever his name is, from Alabama.
This is my opinion to anybody who's coming out and saying don't extend Jalen. Your best option if you don't extend Jalen is to move Kyler Gordon over to freaking corner. And
which I'm not mad at.
No, I'm not mad at that either because I still think he's a dominant corner as well. But then, I mean, you're going to draft another corner maybe in the later rounds to try to find lightning in a bottle. But you need to worry about other positions in the draft, especially in these first 5 rounds. You're not going to waste it on a corner.
And then the other one I would say, I can't believe I'm about to talk about USC and their defense. Kalen Bullock is a safety at USC who's he's pretty badass. But, you know, their defense isn't good as a whole, though.
Their defense isn't good because they got no pass rushers or anything like that who could put any pressure on their quarterbacks at all. I've watched a lot of their games because I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams. But
hey, but Frank, remember, Kalen Bullock is another Kyle Hamilton. That's the thing. You either want what's his name, Anthony Simmons, or Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
Prototypical because, well, hey, Bullock is 6'3". He long, he rangy. He that's what we need back there at that free safety. Jaquan got the strong safety position locked.
Yeah.
Kalen Bullock, and he a high pointer. Like, if you just go and watch USC games at night, all the Pac-12 does is throw deep balls. That's all they do. And Kalen Bullock is to me in the 3rd round. If Kalen Bullock is available, because I believe we got 2 third-round picks, right?
Yes, we got 2 third rounds. I wish we can get a 2nd rounder right now, but the only way we're getting that 2nd rounder is if we trade out of 1.
Wait, we can talk about that.
Unless you're talking about trade out of 5 or 6 or something like that.
We can talk about that.
But
here's the thing. If you get a guy like that, I believe.
And Dr. Truth said it perfectly, too. I want, and this is where we're going back to that 2nd rounder.
You said free agency, though. Free agency is tough.
Wouldn't a center be the best choice or the best draft choice? And yeah, I agree with that. I would love to get Van Penn from Georgia as center, but he's going.
That's what we talked about, Van Penn.
Yeah, and he's going in the 2nd round, and we don't have a 2nd round pick.
Which is why.
All right, we'll segue to that when we're ready. God damn it. But no, I agree with that. But I mean, as far as moving Stevenson out, I mean, Stevenson had such a damn good second half of the season at corner. Jalen, obviously, I mean, I know I was talking shit about Jalen too. And I'll take that back right now because he has proven right now because he's getting those interceptions. He's listed as the 2nd best corner in the NFL this year. And he had a phenomenal second half of the season. So I just don't want another.
That dude from the Raiders, dude from the Cowboys who keep getting the pick sixes.
He's number 1.
He's number 1.
He's number 1.
Bland, right? Deron Bland,
yes.
Right?
Yeah, he already broke the NFL record
for
the most pick sixes, which is absolutely insane. He broke that in like week 10 too. He didn't even get to the later seasons. But I mean, I just don't want with Jalen another Bojack on our hands where he had such a great year. We pay him top dollar and then he's shit for the next 3 fucking years. And then he comes out and tries to perform again going into another contract year.
But in fairness, some of that had to do with scheme because remember, like he was in Fangio's. Was it Fangio? Was it coordinator with Nagy?
Yeah, that was 2018 Bojack, which got him the biggest payday.
Right. Then it went to Sean Desai, right?
Which was shit. But we had no quarterback pressure. We had nothing, and
Sean Desai was like conservative.
He always
I didn't-
protected the deep ball. He never liked his safeties to come up and pressure on to try to read shit.
Okay, so look what Crazy just said. I think when Stevenson saw Terrell Smith play better, he was out. He was like, I got to step my game up. And that could be true because I consider that healthy competition. But here's the thing. Moving Terrell Smith from that nickel dime corner to starting free safety. Remember, y'all, free safety is a ball hawking position.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Terrell Smith has that in him. Not saying that he can't, because we don't know what a person can do unless you put him in this position to try. But I'd rather get somebody that's known for that position.
Ball hawking type.
Like most famously, you'll have Rod Woodson, who played corner and turned out to be a Pro Bowl safety. Then you had Charles Woodson, no relation, Pro Bowl corner, Pro Bowl safety. Normally, that's not how that happens. But that just tells you how great of a football player he is. Right now, I think Patrick Peterson is dabbling in safety a little bit. But when you have a chance with that third pick to get a dominant safety, like I said, my pick is Kalen Bullock out of USC. 6'3", 4.5 40. Look it up if you don't believe me. I just in the later rounds is where I'm looking at the value. Yeah. Third round pick with two of them, you can get a lot of value. The problem is we need to jump up into that second round again because Cedric Van Pren, that's the center we need to get. Stop the bull. Stop the oh, well, let's try this guy. Let's get this guy in the sixth. Hey, go get a dog. Go get somebody that's top at that position. For once, Bears, no more Shea McClellan bull. No more Chris Williams and Gabe Carini bull. Let's go get the guy that's good at what he does for real. Let's go get that guy. And that takes us to our segue because
we'll talk a little draft. So
talk a little draft.
What are we at right now? We're sitting. Is it still 1 and 5?
We should be 8th.
It's 8th now. 1 and 8.
We dropped to 8.
That's how much that win got us. God damn it, that sucks. A win's a win. I love a win, but god damn, I wanted that extra pick.
Here we go. So I don't know if Sam is on. There was he put it in the chat, not this chat, but our.
I was just saying, I haven't seen Sam on.
I haven't seen Sam tonight, but he put it in our on our page. On our page, he put it on our page with the updated. If we can get that.
Let me see if I can get it. Hold on.
And that's what Dr. Truth. That's perfect because I said now that we've gotten that 6th win, we've doubled. We're probably going to beat Atlanta. Now that takes us out the top 10.
We still have a shot, even if we win these last 2 games, to still at least get top 10, possibly. But
I wouldn't be so sure.
I didn't say we will. I said we possibly can.
Do you see?
All right, where is these?
Come on, say maybe I can send it to you.
Okay, I got it. Draft order.
Yeah,
you want to put it up here.
It's the most up-to-date one.
Yeah, most up-to-date one. Yeah, you're right. It has us 8. And well, I mean that's the thing though. 5, 6, and 7 are all 5 and 10, but even 9 is 6 and 9. Oh yeah, if we beat Atlanta, they're 10.
There you go.
Oh, so yeah, we will be dropping out of the top 10 if we beat Atlanta.
Correct. And that's what I don't want. Because now, can we put that up, Frank? It's on our.
Let me see if I can get it up. Yeah, let me see if I can get it up.
Bear with us, good people. We're trying to put something up for you guys.
That's it.
Here, I can send
Nope,
it to you.
that is not it.
That's not it?
Okay, so
Let
I'm
me send it to
thinking
you.
while we're being silent.
No, we're trying to send something because it's very telling to the segment that we're doing.
Yeah, but it's awfully silent right now.
Oh, show a commercial.
Good point.
So, yeah, that's
bills.
exactly what I was gonna do.
Pay some bills.
Since we are silent right now, let's go ahead and get into this.
There was a time when high standards prevailed, when excellent craftsmanship was displayed and treated with the utmost importance. Acquire the crisp, refreshing taste of Moore's Beer. Moore's Beer. Raise your standards.
Listen, shout out to my man Terrence from Chicago's Clubhouse podcast, from the Moore's Brewing Company here in Chicago, Illinois. All right, we got bros out here putting out this for the Moors. It's tasty. I didn't even have to come on here and lie about this. All right, this tastes like what I like when I drink a beer. I don't drink a beer often because I'm too big and I need to stay off of carbonated drinks. But this is the carbonated drink you need to open up and crack and take a sip. All right, if you want to come out of the dark ages, be educated. All right, get you some of this Moore's brew right here. It's definitely tasty. You can get it in Kimbark and High Park.
Whoa. I thought we were a team. Where's mines? And when are we getting in Tempe, Arizona?
I guess we're going to have to find out, man. But everybody out there, for here from Chicago, go to Kimbark and pick you up some Moors.
Moore's Beer. So in celebration of the holidays, I found the Nat King Cole Unforgettable. That's what you are to me.
All right. Please don't serenade us. Don't serenade.
I thought that sounded.
I'm not serenading you. I'm paying bills
right there, man.
I sent it to you, Frank, on your messenger. I'm paying bills, T. And
But
this
with
is
your voice? No, you ain't.
This is the brown ale. Look at that. Nat King Cole on the can. Look at Nat King Cole.
Raise your standards, everyone. Go get some Moors. I know Ken said go to Kimbark and get it, but actually Kimbark is now A&S Beverage. It's still in the same area. It's still in Hyde Park on 53rd, but now it is A&S Beverage. And every A&S Beverage carries Moors. But you can also get it at Mariano's. You can also go to Benny's. I think there are select Benny's that have it. In the suburbs, they probably don't have it. But if you go to almost any Mariano's, any Benny's in the city, grab you some. Grab you a 4-pack of each kind. You have the porter, the red can. You have the
IPA, the gold can.
Yes, the gold
session,
can.
the black can.
Yep.
The ale.
What is that?
The ale, which is the green can.
That's the green, right? Yeah.
The Pilsner with the pear hint. The white
can. They are all tasty.
And the brown.
Of course, that's what you just showed with your beautiful singing voice.
Hey, my mom said, not too bad. And Dr. Truth said, KB sing Unforgettable to Eberflus. Yes, on his way out while he's packing his bags, I will serenade him. Love to do it. Matter of fact, hire me. So, Frank, can we put that up real quick? Are we ready?
It's still loaded. It's slow.
Okay, no problem, because we got some conversations in the chat, and let me go back to it. The Arizona is a problem at 2. That's the problem. The Patriots have fell to 4 with their win over the Jets, right?
All right, I got it up when you're ready.
Beat the Broncos. Go ahead and put it up. So here's the thing, good people. Right now,
our win in Arizona hurt too, because if Carolina wins another game, shit.
Our win in Arizona, like I said, our win in Arizona, we didn't need it, although it was good for morale. And then you look at what happened. We beat Atlanta. Guess what?
We're at 11.
we're falling because Atlanta is going to be 7-9 tied with us, and they're gonna jump us in the loss category.
Yep,
And
I'm not happy about that.
So, like I was telling Fal earlier, no, put it back up one more time. I don't know where T just went. Here's the problem that we have, guys. Everybody's saying trade the number 1 pick. You're trading the number 1 pick to who? Because Arizona's not taking a quarterback.
And this is the thing, and I know everybody would love, including me, including JB, Marvin Harrison Jr., but Arizona at 2 right now. Guess what? Arizona's taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
They're either going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. or they're going to take the best lineman on the board.
Yes.
Period. Washington, at 3, you don't need to trade up because guess what? If the Bears do trade out, do whatever, if you don't get Caleb Williams,
the quarterback's going to be there.
Drake May, Bo Nix, kid from Georgia Tech, Michael Penix Jr. You have a pick. Not to mention 2 years ago, they just drafted Howell.
And Howell had a pretty good year.
Decent. New England probably will draft a quarterback, but guess what? Drake May fits their system and what Belichick, if he's going to be there, way more than Caleb Williams does. So what is the point of them trading up?
Yeah, New England's not going to be taking Caleb Williams. I mean, that's not going to – unless Belichick is completely out of New England everything, I don't see New England taking them. I can see the Giants taking Caleb.
Let me tell you why the Giants won't. Daniel Jones money, success of Tyrod Taylor.
But Daniel Jones only got 1 more year.
And they'll wait. They'll wait. Because like Jeff Saturday said, there's always a generational quarterback coming.
I agree. And that's why I hate when they keep hyping up this Caleb Williams shit. Everyone's a generational quarterback.
So wait. There was a post that I put up that kind of flambéed Caleb Williams and all that. He's a front runner. He don't play good against good teams. He just don't. But the Chargers, we know not taking a quarterback. Contrary to what Fal said, Tennessee just drafted Malik Willis and Will Levis in back-to-back season. They're not taking a quarterback. We know the Jets are hanging on Aaron Rodgers next year. Atlanta would be in the market for a quarterback, but
they want Justin Fields if we're going to be moving on.
But if we beat Atlanta, guess what they don't have to do? They don't have to trade with us.
Nope.
So now our 8th pick, when we if we beat Atlanta, we just fall out the top 10. If we trade the number 1 pick of those people in the top 10 right now, who going to trade what they got to get what we need? I mean, to get what they need from us for that Carolina pick. They're not. As far as what Fal and some other people think, you're going to get a king's ransom. No, you're not, because it's only 1 team out of all of them that desperately needs a quarterback, and they don't have enough to give us to garner that number 1 pick. We would just be trading it away just to trade it.
Well, let me bring up this when we're talking King's Ransom, because if we're talking a King's Ransom, we're talking about probably getting out of the top 10, unfortunately. We're not going to get a King's Ransom right now with the list that's on that board right now getting a quarterback. It sucks to say it, but it's a fact right now. But the Raiders are willing to trade a King's Ransom right now for a quarterback.
And I get that when you said that, but guess what the Raiders are not?
They're not in a top 10.
So then we would be dropping out. Agreed. So we would have 2 first-round picks.
But the only reason I would have wanted to do that was because I would hope we would have stayed in the top 5 with that other pick. Now it's iffy. But if you're talking about still what they were offering, their first rounder this year, their first rounder next year, their second rounder this year, their third rounder next year, and fucking I have brain fart right now. What's the dominant defensive lineman's name?
Max Crosby.
Crosby, thank you. And they'd be willing to give Crosby. I mean, shit. That
we
is
pair him with
is
Sweat. That's a problem. But again, here we go. Are we really going to sit up here and accept both of our picks being outside the top 10?
Well, it would suck. It would absolutely suck because
the only reason it worked last year is because trading out the number 1 pick got us DJ Moore with
Great.
pick that got Darnell Wright.
Agreed. And it's not giving us an offensive. I mean, I guess you'd be willing to see what other people are offering you instead of Max. I don't want Devontae Adams right now, though. I'm sorry.
But even still, listen to me, Frank, because this is what I try to get Foul to understand. If you trade out that position with the King's ransom from somebody lower, guess what you don't do? You don't get younger. You don't get Marvin Harrison Jr. You don't get Malik Neighbors. You don't get Joe Alt. You know why? They're gone.
And we still need an offensive line help. I want a new tackle.
The kid Fasano from, or how do you say his name, from Penn State. All of those guys are going to be
going to top 10. Yeah.
So why not actually take our pick and do something with it? If our 8th pick right now happens to fall out because we win, let it be that. Because I'm telling you right now, Bill Belichick, as shrewd as he is, you think he gonna trade with us? He think he's the smartest man in the room all the time.
Nah, he very rarely trades anything.
To get who? Drake May? That's remember, he's got Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi.
Yeah. Zappi's not playing bad.
He's not playing bad, but again,
a game manager.
We're talking about a guy that drafted Tom Brady in the 6th round, man. Stop it.
Yeah, he's not gonna move up and pull a Mitch Trubisky fucking bullshit.
Thank you. And the Commanders, the reason why I told Foul, I said the Commanders aren't really in play because after this season, they don't even have a coach. We don't know.
And they're not gonna trade multiple draft picks when they don't even have a GM, coach, anything in play right now. They're not going to trade multiple draft picks for that.
What if you're new ownership with Magic Johnson and those guys? Why would you say, "Oh, let's trade 3 of our 9 picks this year to move up 2 spots, maybe even 1"? Because hell, if Arizona
was back
win again,
Logan, I felt like I haven't seen you in a while. You crazy
Logan,
son of a bitch.
buddy? What's up, buddy? How you feel? I just think we're putting the cart before the horse because of so many times other teams have done things.
Yeah.
America, London, Europe, Asia, whoever's listening, please excuse yourself from the narrative stating that because you have the number 1 pick, you have to trade it. You don't. You can actually draft the position of need.
Like, this is the thing. Whether we trade it, see what we get. If we get a King's ransom, okay. But am I going to be mad if we draft Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 1? Absolutely not.
Here's the thing. The King's ransom, Frank, ends up us outside the top 10.
Yeah.
And we're not getting the cream of the crop. We're getting could possibly.
The only one that I could possibly see, and I'm still going to throw them out there, is the New York Giants. That's the only ones that I could possibly see. Unless the Christmas present I got from my wife, if he's available outside the top 10, we'll take a Bundy.
And that's funny.
Chicago sports guy here.
And that's funny, but here's the thing.
We don't use our fullbacks. He was a fullback.
Brian Dable, when he got to New York, you know what he didn't do? He didn't demand his own quarterback.
He did not. He used what he had.
And Daniel Jones had a career year
and got paid
and brought them to the playoffs.
Yep.
See,
I don't care what people are saying. Saquon Barkley is the reason. Sure, he was the reason,
he was
but
a part of it.
To say that he was the only thing. I'm sorry, he had a good year.
But here's the thing again. You look at that and you say, "Oh, local media says the Bears have to trade. The Bears get a new coach. They have to get a new quarterback." That's bull because I've given you too many scenarios where that doesn't have to happen. Daniel Jones, right now, Justin Fields versus Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not better than Justin Fields.
No.
But Brian Dable is better than Luke Getsy and Eberflus.
I think him.
Come on now.
Special teams coach is better than what we fucking have.
Come on now. But my point is this. Draft what we need. Forget about trying to get a King's ransom for some bullshit we ain't going to really do well with anyway. Get the coach. Because here's the other thing we didn't talk about, and I want to say, wait. There's rumors Bears would be interested in trading one of those picks from Mike Tomlin.
I did hear that, yeah.
But I don't know if that's a first-round pick this year, next year. I don't know what it is. But in my perfect scenario, you can make that face all you want, Frank. I mean, T. But
I had no face that I'm making.
No, come back in, T, because the rumor states that that's on the table.
The Bears called.
Bears called? Poles or Warren, one of the two. Okay.
You're on mute, Chief.
You're muted, bro. You're muted.
I don't speak sign language. The wife does.
Okay, so I'm saying the Bears called who? They called the Steelers.
The Steelers organization and seen if they was available.
And they asked if they could trade for Mike Tomlin.
They asked what would it take to trade.
So what they didn't say was the Steelers laughed their asses off.
Wait, are you reporting that or are you speculating?
Huh?
Are you reporting that or are you speculating?
I'm speculating.
Okay. The Steelers will be stupid to let him walk. There's no question.
Just like people are speculating that the Bears asked about Mike Tomlin. That's a speculation.
It's true. Nobody knows.
No.
I'll tell you what. If that is in play in any scenario, I'm listening. I'm definitely listening.
What it would take.
Because one thing
you want one of our third round picks, I'll take that.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. That guy gonna come right this ship real quick.
Yeah,
real quick. Old school, no nonsense coach. He gonna right the ship real quick, and I'm here for it. Now, as far as the other stuff, I told Fal again. Everybody that's watching, get off the Caleb Williams train. He don't want to be here. Bears brass. Why do you want to draft somebody that's going to be a malcontent and a possible cancer to the locker room? He don't want to be here, and we don't want him. Do not draft Caleb Williams. Damn what Kaplan says. Damn what Hoodie says. Damn what all the other pundits say. Do not draft Caleb Williams. It would be the biggest mistake of your professional career.
Agreed.
The kid don't want to be here. He would rather go back to school and come and play for Chicago. That tells you all you need to know.
I still don't like his character. I don't like.
They got till January 15th, all of them, to decide. Yeah. Logan, you said personal opinion, Drake May over Caleb Williams. As far as how he comports himself, yeah. But Drake May he's been trashed the last 5
He's been struggling in the end of the seasons too. And I think when it comes down to it, and people always speculate generational quarterbacks, like what they were saying is like there's one every fucking year, people. Everyone's generational in the freaking world. I don't hear generational wide receivers that often, though. I'll say that.
Bo Nix might go back. So now we down 2 more quarterbacks.
Yeah, and that'll hurt big time for anything that we want to do with that number one. Yeah. But the thing is, like, it comes down to what team you're going to. I mean, people don't overlook this shit so much. Which bringing Justin Fields to a fucking Luke Getsy was the worst decision that the Bears could ever fucking make, and they did it. Like, you have to have a coach-quarterback comparison in this modern era of NFL. If you're not going to have a coach who is going to use a system around what your quarterback's talents are, why the fuck are you drafting a quarterback? Just keep getting more Joe Flacco's every fucking year.
Exactly, Warren Smith.
It's annoying.
Why have a good quarterback? You don't need a quarterback, and none of them are as good as JF1.
Agreed. And that's what Moore said too. DJ Moore said that exact words. I think he was quoting DJ, and DJ said he was like, "There's not one quarterback in this draft that's coming out that's going to be better than Justin."
Thank you, Warren, because that's 1,000% correct. And I want to put this out there too. Because there are some people that just, you kind of flipping them, whatever. Look at the history of certain quarterbacks and how they played until they got a certain coach. That's very telling. And somebody put up there Jim Caldwell. I do like a Jim Caldwell. Some people say he's too old. I don't think he's too old. Hell, Pete Carroll's 73 years old. Bill Belichick's 72. They still running up and down doing their thing. I don't want to hear about the old shit. I want to hear about production.
Mm-hmm.
And what is he going to whisper in Justin's ear to make him go back to the Ohio State days where he was lighting the world up? That's what I want to see. And he's capable. He's a game changer. He's a force multiplier. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see no more of these Josh McDaniels and screen, show y'all. Yeah, ask Brock Purdy how that worked the other day. Ask Brock Purdy how that worked yesterday. It don't. When you come against some real boys, some real guys, that shit look real pedestrian, look real Pop Warner-ish. It don't work. I don't want McVay, Keith. I don't want McVay.
No, McVay, I don't think is leaving LA either.
The reason I don't want him because McVay is from that tree where Getsy is. I want somebody out that tree.
But McVay throws that ball down the field. McVay doesn't,
because he's got Matthew Stafford, and that's what Matthew
agreed.
Stafford
But I mean,
does.
then what's our fucking excuse for Luke Getsy? Because Justin Fields throws the ball beautifully down the freaking field too.
Hey, you know what? Matthew Stafford is one of the few quarterbacks that's thrown for 5,000 yards.
I know.
In a season. Luke Getsy's quarterback will never throw for 5,000 yards. Sean McVay's no fool. Hey, let this dude unleash that howitzer he's got. That's why. And he won a Super Bowl with. He got to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff and didn't win. Got to the Super Bowl.
Jared Goff was not a quarterback for Sean McVay. I feel like either he really was not a quarterback for McVay. He's a quarterback for Detroit, and that system fits perfectly.
You want McVay, in my opinion, switched his thinking, which is why Cooper Kupp had all them damn yards, which is why they won the Super Bowl, not just Aaron Donald. He evolved. That dink and dunk stuff, we just saw against a dominant defense, that dink and dunk shit don't work. And to Brock Purdy's credit, he's number one in air yards per attempt.
Yeah.
Just under 10, 9.9 if I'm not mistaken. But when you get conservative and you start throwing it, yeah, Debo is great. Ayuk is great. But when you start, McCaffrey's great. But when you start throwing that shit,
you need that Debo guy. And he threw a couple of nice ones to Kittle down the field, but
to Debo and Ayuk too.
Yeah.
But he also threw 4 picks.
He did.
So it's something to be said against that offense. I would like, and you know what? This may sound crazy because of the amount of picks. Look at what Joe Flacco was doing in Kevin Stefanski's offense off the couch. Yeah, he might throw two picks, a pick here, a pick there, but you know what? He's also throwing for 300-plus yards and 3-4 touchdowns because he's got a vertical offense. Let Justin. Oh, if Justin had that old Houston Oilers run and shoot, telling you what would happen. I know what would happen. I know this position. I know what's going on.
Agreed.
Well, what are we getting into next? T-Nick, you coming back in? We can get ready to wrap this joint up. You want to call some bulls? Go on, talk.
So, being that this is the last show of 2023 or 2023 rather, I wanted to just address how each of our Chicago teams ain't done shit in 2023, and we might as well just ball it up and throw it in the trash as far as sports is concerned. We might as well take the year, throw it in the trash. What do you all think?
Oh, yeah, 2023 fucking sucked. Like, and I mean, like how you said, all sports. We're going into Cubs and Sox free agency, too. They didn't do a goddamn thing.
They didn't do
nothing.
Shit.
Nobody helped any of their freaking teams.
Nothing.
Like, literally, the only I mean, we can say the Bulls, yes, they're playing so well. Shout out Andre Drummond, who played for Vooch today and put up a 2020 monster game for him. Love that shit, and they won. So, but I mean, for the last 2 years, we always went on this run with Billy Donovan, and then all of a sudden we got our hopes up, and Billy Donovan just, shit on our chest all over again because he fucking does everything wrong when it matters most.
Everything.
But I will say, hey, Connor Bedard's looking good with the Blackhawks. That is the only positive thing that has happened in 2023, honestly, when it comes down to Chicago sports.
I'll be honest with you. Baseball, because we defer to Plunk. Shout out to Emilio and Kristen. I don't give a damn about Cody Bellinger. I don't.
He's not going to win you a fucking World Series.
You know why I don't care about that? Because both teams, neither one of them signed Ohtani, and neither one of them signed the other pitcher that's with Ohtani in LA.
That was a package deal. Whoever was getting Ohtani was getting the other guy. So
and that had to be known. Deal. That had to be known. Hey, guess what? I'd have backed the truck up and been like, make Chicago sports great again.
Well, the only team that would have been willing to offer him that $700 million. Cubs can afford it, people. I don't care what people are saying about the Chicago Cubs. They are still the third highest profit franchise in baseball. They are cheap fucks. Just like the Chicago Bears are cheap
I would urge
all the teams are cheap.
I would urge you, Frank. I would urge you, right, to go look at that contract.
That contract, the way that it is linked now, is beautiful.
They deferred $68 million.
But did you hear the reason why they did it?
Because they're smart.
Well, obviously, other than that, but they told Ohtani, it was like, listen, you can get paid that full amount. I mean, I'll pay you freaking $100 million a year or whatever the freaking, it was like $70 million a year or something like that.
Yeah,
but
78. It was
you're going to get, regardless, paid over $50 million a year in advertisings and all that type of shit. So you can take that money, add it together, or get that money when you're retired.
Guess what? He's going to get a lump sum that they've already invested and made money off of.
Yep. That is just $2 million a year is all that they are paying that money.
So with that being said, you telling me the Cubs or the Sox couldn't have done that shit?
I don't think the Cubs or the Sox are smart enough to actually make it.
Then we need better management. We need new security.
We need better management on each team, really.
Yeah.
Well, not the Blackhawks.
But we got it.
Blackhawks spend money on the players that they need.
Blackhawks are not cheap.
Well, we got the new management with the Bears. We just got to see what the hell they're going to do.
This upcoming year will be a huge test for them.
Yeah, we need to see what Kevin Warner's going to do. And like I said, I think Kevin Warner is going to make himself seen in 2024.
He
and
said this perfectly too, JB. Like, this is the one thing. You're looking at 13 years of that much money when he is retired already. And, I mean, I don't know how baseball works, so everybody correct me.
It's no salary.
Does that money still go under your freaking oh no, they don't have a fucking
They don't have a salary cap.
Motherfuckers. That's why I fucking don't like baseball.
But that's what I'm saying. They can also use they can basically
then they're gonna sell the fucking team right when he retired.
No, they can basically pay him for free because the money that they're not paying him, the 68 they're not paying him, they can invest and make more money off of that.
That's true.
Then when he's done, they can be like, hey man, you owe me 680. Here you go.
And I will with one shout out to Ohtani too. Did you see what he did to get his jersey number? Did anyone see that?
No, what did he do?
Okay. It was actually a former White Sox guy, the relief pitcher. I can't really fucking remember his name all of a sudden. He got traded back to the Dodgers this offseason, but he wore number 17. He wore number 17, and he said straight up, he was like, oh, dude, you're not giving me anything, Ohtani. I'll give you that number, dude. You're the future of this sport, let alone this team. So I'm going to give you the number. And Ohtani said, was like, I want to give you something. He went and bought Ohtani's wife a brand new 2024 Porsche.
Wow.
Just showed up to his house with a 2024 Porsche. Said, if you don't want anything, it's for your wife.
Time out. Ohtani bought him a Porsche?
Bought his wife a Porsche because he said he did not want anything from Ohtani for that number. So he went and bought his wife a brand new Porsche, and showed up at the doorstep. Nice recording on it on YouTube if anyone wants to see it.
Wait a minute. He bought his wife a Porsche?
He bought his wife a brand new 2024 Porsche because he didn't want anything.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused.
What the fuck is confusing about?
Yeah, I'm confused. Another man.
Yes,
Belly.
if we're going there, sure. But he knew.
Wait, hold on. I just want to hear you say
Another
yes,
man bought another man's wife a Porsche. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it'll be interesting to see what she is giving a Tiny in return, if that's where we're going with this. All right.
Right.
So,
That's what I was getting
I knew
at.
that's where you were going.
That's what I was getting at.
But I look at that as just a great Samaritan right there.
Look. Guess what that does?
What's that do?
Team chemistry.
There you go. That builds that bond.
Team chemistry, huh?
Yeah.
By
Or,
buying
team,
another
or
man's
family
wife,
chemistry. We can say that too. Wife's chemistry.
But my point is, here in Chicago, we don't do shit like that.
No, we don't. We're cheap fucks.
You know what we do?
We're diehard sports fans and we love our team, but we're cheap.
We sit up here and we look at AK and say, "Oh, Lakers, what do you want? What do you want for Zach LaVine? Oh, we'll give you Reeves. What's his boy name? Cam Reddish, and they'll give us Jared Vanderbilt. Well, we don't want Austin Reeves, and then we would like. No, I'm sorry. We would like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Oh, well, then if you give us Zach LaVine, we got to take Caruso back. What?
Like I thought the Lakers came out and said that they're not trading Reeves. That was the thing. We offered they gave us D. Yeah, okay, you're flipping the other way around. All right, I was thinking the other way. Yes, they wanted Reeves, and now they're saying they'll give us D'Lo instead. I was like, I don't want a fucking D'Lo.
D'Lo and Rui. We need Rui to play the 4.
100%. But now these rumors are going out, Bulls type related. Zach LaVine for who? Fuck.
DeJounte Murray.
Murray, yes. I was like, I don't need another fucking guard. Why are you trading a guard for a guard when we already have too many fucking guards? You either trade for a 4 or a 5. Done. I want the best 4 out there who would take Zach LaVine.
The Lakers
throwing a pick for that too. It's not a great one.
So we're in agreement then that the Bulls can't be without Zach LaVine.
I'm not in agreement because if you look at it was either last year or the year before, DeMar was out or hurt, and they went on a similar type of run, and people were like, "Oh, get rid of DeMar."
The key thing to this winning streak that the Bulls are on right now is the fact that yes, you took 2 ball dominant player, you took 1 ball dominant player off of the floor, and then you told the other ball dominant player stop being so fucking ball dominant. DeRozan is moving the ball now. That is why this team is doing better. That's
Kobe White has
Zach LaVine. Kobe White is the reason why I am saying right now you can possibly afford to get rid of Zach LaVine and try to get a very good 4. But it's only because Kobe White has been out of his mind so far this year.
But we didn't see that because remember last year they were talking about trading Kobe White.
They were.
Now you just said, I'm sorry, Frank. You just said we can go out and get a very good 4. I don't know if it was you. Maybe it wasn't you, but the other day you were talking about how great Patrick Williams was. Was that you?
That definitely was not.
Definitely wasn't Frank.
Patrick Williams is playing better. I'm going to give him that. He's playing better, but still, I'm not. No.
So he's still.
I think who you're discussing. I don't know who it was, but somebody was arguing with me about this because I am not a Patrick Williams fan because the only consistently shot that he makes is that giant bald spot in the top of his fucking forehead. That's like the only opening that he fucking has. I don't like the guy's game.
Well, he's not coming on the show.
Right. He'll be like,
I never had a problem with Patrick Williams until the little son, I can't say little because I'm a little guy, but the son of a bitch is saying that he's demanding $20 million a year. I am not paying somebody like that $20 million a year.
Jeremy, stop it. At 9:50, Jeremy.
Billy Donovan, the point guard whisperer. Yeah, come on. I know you're a Billy Donovan fan, and this is the Billy Donovan. I still don't like Billy Donovan. Like maybe he is the one who said DeRozan start moving the ball, and if he does, I'll give Billy Donovan his credit for that. But Patrick Williams, I'm still not a fan, but I will still come out and say for any support towards Patrick Williams, he is still out of position.
He's
He
a
is a
small
three. He is
forward
not
playing
a
four, and he's not a four.
Which is why I said if you were to trade DeRozan and Zach LaVine, try to get a very good picks or players back with that, and then see what Patrick Williams can be at the 3, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Here's the thing. And I didn't want to do this.
Jeremy, Billy Donovan still does not have a good point guard, though. We don't have a good point guard. Kobe White's not a point guard. He's not.
He's a glorified 6-man.
So Kobe White, a 6. I don't know about that.
I think he's a starter. The way he's playing right now, I give him more of a shooting guard, though. I'm not giving him a point guard or a 6.
That's my
point. Tumble.
Think of 6 men that probably could have been starters, but they were better in their role.
You're not wrong on that. Monty Ginobili. There's a lot out there, and I'm not questioning that.
Lou Williams.
But this is the thing where I'm saying Kobe White has proven to me that he's not just a 6th man. Is his shot is more consistent now. I'll give him that. But his dribbling is so much better. He's not turning the ball over.
He doesn't really run the offense.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying he's a point guard. He's not a point guard. He is your shooting guard right now, which is the reason why you're going to say bid bye-bye to Zach LaVine, which is why you're not trading Zach LaVine for another fucking shooting guard.
And Keith S., log off right now. Log off, man.
Hot sauce.
Log off, man.
Stacey King is. You know what? Stacey King as an announcer, as everybody loves him, he says so much shit that I wish Billy Donovan would actually fucking listen to. Stacey King probably would be a damn good coach.
But that's the thing. Because remember, we still, when you get past Kobe White, we still have Javon Carter and Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, no, that's not what we. And I'm not saying like Kobe is playing phenomenal right now for Kobe, and I'm happy for Kobe.
Easy, you would be a horrible coach.
Easy, it'd be fucked
up. The thing
man.
is, if you look at how they were
slants on the basketball court
and how they were ran when Lonzo Ball was at the point, 2 totally different teams.
Lonzo Ball made Billy Donovan.
Lonzo Ball had DeMar and Zach flourishing at the same time.
Agreed. And we still refuse to go out and get a point guard like that.
That's a point guard.
That is a point guard. And that is a point guard that Billy Donovan can at least get a better team with. But those are those don't come
That's
off.
A point guard that don't need Billy Donovan.
Yeah. I agree with that. He can shine in any freaking system that he's in. Billy Donovan can fucking.
But now we don't have that. Mark my words. The Bulls ain't gonna give a pyrite. Remember I said it here. Pyrite, fool's gold.
The Bulls right now are doing nothing but lowering their draft picks.
Only thing I want right now is I want for Chicago. I want the Sox organization to fire everybody. I want the Bulls organization to fire everybody.
Well, the White Sox did pretty much fire everybody other than the owner. Can't fire
him again.
Not going to fire himself.
No, you need to sell the team.
He's going to look in the mirror. Jerry, I'm firing your ass.
He need to sell the team.
And
the Bears need to fire all their damn coaches. Because the thing is, we are in the second city, y'all. We're in the 3rd largest market. We can literally say we hold our hat on football for our past and 1 year. For basketball,
same
we
thing.
We hold our success to 1 man.
I mean that Derrick Rose team was fun to watch too, though. I wish
we hold our success
to Jordan
to 1 man
because LeBron's a little bitch.
In baseball, we hold our success to 2 separate title runs that were most inconceivable.
One and done title runs.
The only sustained success that we had in recent note was the Blackhawks.
That is 3 cups in 6 years.
And that's a team.
It's sad to say, and it's sad to say.
Wouldn't come on TV.
Yeah, the thing is, and I'm still gonna I'm not gonna say hatred. I'm gonna put some disrespect on the Blackhawks with Stan fucking Bowman. you should have had more than 3 in 6 years. That team was stacked. You had a core team for a long time, but your horrible drafting killed this franchise quicker than it should have been done. Patrick Kane should not fucking be a Detroit Red Wing right now. All right, he should not be. But he left because the Blackhawks fucked him. He loves the Blackhawks. Don't get me wrong. He's going to come back regardless. It's going to happen. But you pretty much kept giving this kid trash so many years. And then every time he created a very good chemistry with somebody, you traded him away.
Well, that was my question I was going to ask you. And I go back to the first one. You had Kane, Taves, Hossa, Bufflin. What was the other big grizzled guy? And the go, like, you had a successful team. Then you let them go. You lose.
Yeah.
Then
well,
you come
probably
back.
like Bufflin of what you're saying, he left right after just our first Stanley
Right,
Cup
he went to the Atlanta
But that
Thrashers.
was why our GM got fired and why we had Stan Bowman as GM, because he fucked up. He did not get
because remember, Stan Bowman used to coach.
Stan Bowman, no, that was his dad was the coach. His dad's his dad's the greatest coach of all time.
Okay,
his dad has the most wins in NHL history. But when we had the GM that got fired after we won in 2010 was because he fucked up with all the higher contract
Was
Quinville
our coach? Was Quinville our coach?
When we won in 2010, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Coach Q.
Quinville came in 2009. And his first year in 2009 took him to the Western Conference Finals too, and lost with a young
Coach Q. Like, what are we doing?
Q is trying to make a comeback, but the NHL keeps screwing him over because of what happened in that Kyle Beach situation. They're still putting blame on Quinville for that. But the thing is, we lost our coach because when he got all the contracts signed and everything, he did not get all the access approvals over in time. So we got docked an additional like $10 million in salary cap hit because that happened. And when that happened, $10 million is a lot for hockey, especially in 2010. I know it's moving up now. It's a lot better now, but that is why he got fired. And then Stan Bowman comes in and takes all the credit for, well, he got us 1 Stanley Cup. I got us 2. You didn't do fucking shit. You took a team that he built. You inherited a gold mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you literally had, I think last time I looked, 67 draft picks Stan Bowman made. Only 2 of those 67 had a successful NHL career.
2?
That is fucking embarrassing. And that is why 3 in 6 years ended quicker.
He's not a GM.
No, he was an awful GM.
I want to go back to Easy when Easy said, dude, the Cubs championship was more recent than the Blackhawks run. I know that, but it was 1.
Yeah, exactly. The Cubs were a stacked team. You wanted more than 1.
Theo Epstein came in, changed the culture.
They made the playoffs the next year, right? They got knocked out in the first round, I think.
Hey, can I go back? Was that Dusty Baker with the Steve Bartman shit? Like, we've been knocking on the door for years with that, but couldn't get over the hump. I'm tired of participation trophies here in Chicago.
And it was the same with the White Sox in 2005, man. We made the playoffs the next year, got knocked out in the first round, and then we were pretty much never even made the playoffs after that.
I can take it back to our misfortunes as White Sox fans all the way to the 93 season, 93-94 season, when the Sox were the number 1 team in the league, and I want to say the Montreal Expos was in the National League. That year, Frank Thomas was on fire. We had a strike. There was no World Series. It would have been the Expos and the White Sox.
Yeah. And I'm gonna flip to another one before we head out here and talk a little bit more Blackhawks. Give me a little bit of a Hawk talk here. Since Crazy just brought up, the Blackhawks pretty much were the last dynasty since the Chicago Bulls, and that's 100% true.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, when you're looking at the Blackhawks now, yeah, they're not a good team, wins and losses, but they got a lot of young, talented players on their team. And I looked up a stat before I came in here. 3 of their three of their top first and second round draft picks over the last 2 years, where they're at now, whether it's college or if it's overseas, they are destroying the league in points and goals. So they are dominant.
So do we just not have a farm system that we keep, or what's going on?
We do have a farm system.
The Wolves are dominant, right?
No, the Wolves are not the Chicago Blackhawks farm system. The Wolves are actually the Winnipeg Jets farm system.
What?
Yeah, we have the Rockford Ice Hogs. That's the Blackhawks farm system out in Rockford.
No, give me the Wolves because they win.
Yeah, the Wolves are good, and they always have a good farm system because they have a very good coach who should be in the NHL. But the thing is with the Blackhawks, and a lot of people don't understand this, Blackhawks, Oliver Moore, I'll just throw his name out there because he was our first-round draft pick this year, but he was the 20th after Connor Bedard. He was a freshman in college. And he was playing in college still. So he's still playing in college. So we might not see him for another 4 years. If we draft a star player overseas in Europe, but he's still got a 2-year contract left overseas in Europe, we can't see him until that contract is over.
Or you got to buy it out, right?
You can't. I don't even think you could buy out unless the team allows it. If the team allows you to buy it out, it's not the player who gets the access. If the player wanted to, that doesn't matter. If the team says
basketball and baseball, because in baseball you can buy out
you can buy out a contract. But I mean, this is the thing though. Overseas teams still care about their teams winning too. And if they have one of their best players right now, they're not going to give them up. They're not going to say, they're not going to say, I'm not, you could give me any money you want. I'm not going to take it because I want this guy to win for me the next 2 years.
Right. That makes sense. Sense.
So, I mean, that's the thing. We have so many young players. Our next young player who's coming up right now is Frankie Nazar, who played for the University of Michigan, go blue. But, I mean, I'll root for Frankie Nazar on that one. But he's also playing in the World Juniors right now, and he's dominating the juniors right now for the World Cup right now. Can't wait till he comes up here.
Well, I know what that music means.
But this is the thing. I made a quick little tribute because I'm sure everybody has seen this. But this is what
that goal was sick.
This is what the future holds for the Chicago Blackhawks.
The defenseman for the Blackhawks control. Phillips feeds Bedard out to center. Connor Bedard tracked by Robert Thomas. Bedard shoots wide to the stick side of Binnington. Kurashev plays the rebound for Bedard down low. Bedard! Lacrosse style scores! Unbelievable! Connor Bedard! Oh my goodness, on the backhand, holy jumping. He scooped that up like a lacrosse player. Reversed it in as a right-hand shot and tucked it by the glove of the goaltender Binnington. Oh, my! Dude, that was insane. From behind here, after a good rush anyway, we have not seen him do that in a game situation just yet, but the kid's got some marvelous hands. There's the wrist shot. Play goes behind the net, takes it off the boards, protects it, and he knew exactly what he was going to do right away. I tell you what, I like the rush before that even, going through the neutral zone and got a good wrist shot.
Did he pick that puck up?
Dude, yes. All right. I played competitive hockey my whole life. I don't know how the fuck he got that puck on his stick without flexing it and bending it and flipping it. He just did a little flick of the wrist and then perfectly on his stick, and then he brought that up and just took it top shelf. Like,
hey, hold on.
I ain't never seen that in my life.
I didn't even know you could pick the damn thing up like
you weren't the only. There were a few. Samuel Blackwell actually messaged me that too. He's like, "Is that even legal?" And I was like, "It is. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It just can't go over the crossbar. The stick cannot go over the crossbar." Which in that case, it obviously didn't because
he picked it up on the stick and was like, "There you go."
That's why they said it was like a lacrosse.
You ain't trying to do that shit.
The difference is you have a little stick compared to a giant lacrosse net. Like, usually when you see people do that, they have to like bend the stick completely down, flex it, and then flick it up to get it on the stick and bring it around. Right. But he just did like a little, and it perfectly lands on his stick. I was like, the next time I play hockey, I'm gonna try that shit.
Okay. Is he the next Gretzky?
Gretzky, they did an interview at Gretzky. About like 15-20 minutes after that happened because he was in a Canada game and anything watching the game and they showed him that and he was like, yeah, I'll never be able to do something like that. But I mean, it's totally different though because the sticks back then you can't do something like that. Like, I mean, it's impossible to get it set like that. But I mean, He still leads the NHL in goals against all rookies and points. Like he is.
Hey, can they lock him in now? Like give him 10 years now? Good God.
I don't know why they wouldn't. Shit. I mean, number one pick. He's already. I mean, number one pick only gets paid like $3 million a year. But I mean, the thing is, like, regardless, he is a Chicago Blackhawk, which is still one of the highest sponsorship franchises in the NHL. So he's going to get a lot of advertising, regardless, money as well. And honestly, he gets so much advertising money with the NHL because he's on freaking anything. Everyone probably seen that video he made with Wamba, whatever the hell the guy's name is.
Wembanyama. I saw that.
Where they exchanged autographs, jerseys, and everything like that. And Connor Bedard came up to the motherfucker's belly.
That was here.
Yeah, he came up to the guy's freaking belly button. So that was a pretty funny video.
So we might as well go ahead and wrap this up, man. We already at the 2 hour mark. So let's go ahead and wrap up some shout outs. Why don't we kick it off, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to you guys. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You know, I should have put the meme up here from Trading Places. You know, Merry New Year, Merry New Year, happy. Shout out to Fowl. I'm everyone aware he's not sick or hurting or anything like that. Had to drive his sister who came into town back to the airport, or daughter, sorry, in town back to the airport. But I mean, other than that, I'm gonna give a shout out to I've already given him a shout out, but I'm gonna give a shout out to the Bulls. You know. Good old ageless wonder with a 2020 filling in for Vooch, which was really nice with a comeback win. Connor Bedard, you're fucking nuts, dude. What the hell? Other than that, hey, I'm gonna give a shout out to the asshole EZ who knocked me out of the fantasy football playoffs this past week.
We didn't even show highlights. Damn.
Yeah, he beat me in fantasy football this week, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's him and Crazy Ace in the finals this week. So it'll be interesting. I root for Crazy because easy.
We didn't show game highlights.
We didn't show game highlights.
Well, let's show some.
Let's get a quick game with that. Do a quick game highlight.
I mean, shit, Easy worked on it. We might as
well. We hosed Easy on that one.
Yeah. Thank you for saying something, John.
I know, right? Thank God I said JB. Thank you for knocking me out of the playoffs.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and watch these highlights.
Keep some of these zone reads. Khalil Herbert with the start and bursts into the secondary. Putting it on your running back. Kyler Murray to throw for the first time. Pumps. Pressure coming. He's in trouble. Jay Moore on the field. And on first down, Fields off play fake. Flush to the left. Wants to load up. Wants to go deep for Cole Kmet, who comes back to get it. And it's a run. Taylor in motion. Fields under pressure again. He's going to run. Wide open path for 6. Kyler Murray on 3rd and 4 airs it out for Rondale Moore on the sideline, and it's incomplete. Then the problem for Chicago is Herbert gets the carry, and again Khalil Herbert finds 22 personnel. Jones the motion man. Fields with time floats it for Cole Kmet, who pulls it in. And Fields on a design quarterback run with a good block in front. Fields down the sideline, tiptoe. And Herbert the carry. Trying to get to the edge. He does. Does he have speed to get to the end zone? His defenders. Off the play fake. Fields airing it deep. Kmet is open. He's got it inside the 10. Fields. Play fake. Fakes it twice. In trouble. Chase throws. Caught. Or in motion on first down. Connor the carry and wrapped up in the backfield. Cairo Santos. The snap is good. The hold is good. And the kick by 6. And Murray steps up. Pressure coming. Down he goes. Down in 10. Cardinals rush 4. They've got a spy out there for Fields. Fields is going to run the opposite direction of the spy. He pumps. He's got the first down and more. High stepping down the sidelines.
I love that high stepping thing. That reminded me of a clutch Cam Newton.
Hey, man. Dude is cold.
Yeah, hands down. I'm not giving up on him. I'm going to tell you.
Caleb Williams is not doing that.
No, he is not. And he doesn't have the athleticism Justin has to do something like that. And that did give me a couple other reminders in the shout-outs, too. Since, yeah, I mean, JB, you showing up late, I think, just threw everybody off. We forgot the highlights. And, like, I'm going to give a shout-out to my 2 guys. Kyler Gordon, highest grade cornerback in the NFL last week. Cole Kmet, highest grade tight end in the NFL last week, or this past week. I'm going to give shout-outs to them because they had dominant games, and a huge shout-out to both Kyler Gordon and Herbert, who both had dominating games and had to get drug tested right after the game because they had dominant games. Way to go NFL.
Buck and a half, right? No, he had a buck 15, buck 12.
Yeah, way to go NFL. They had a good game, so you think they're on drugs. That makes a whole lot more. And one other one. I don't care. I get into arguments with some of my guys on the chats about them. I still love you guys, though, regardless. But congratulations, Cairo Santos, for getting locked up. $4 million a year might sound like a little too much for a kicker. But you know what's not bad is finding a fucking kicker who can consistently kick the ball in this shitty ass weather and stadium that we have.
Hold on.
Lock him up.
$4 million. Doesn't Justin Tucker make 9?
I think 7.5 or 7.6 or something like that.
Because he's the highest paid.
I mean, even $4 million still is, I think, top 6. That's like top 6. I'm not mad at it either because, and I talked to my guy Paul Ettinger about this too, and he said straight, he's like, I don't care what the money is. When you can find a guy who can kick in this freaking weather that you have to deal with here in Chicago, you lock him up, and you lock him up now because we made the mistake when letting people walk after we let Robbie Gould walk
twice,
and then. Son of a bitch. Now I'm wound up. There's my shout outs though. Hit it, JB.
I'm just gonna go. Shout out to you guys, my brothers. Again, sorry for being late. This stupid updating shit. Like I'm just not a technology person. But I'm gonna get there first. Chat was so lit. I know I got a top 10. Hold on, Frank.
Hey, hold up really quick. Keith, I love you, dude, but no. Eddie Pinheiro had a couple of nice moments, but he was a very inconsistent kicker when it came down to basic, ordinary field goals. He's not on that list.
Eddie had a great leg. He wasn't.
He had He had a strong leg for sure.
He wasn't accurate. Matter of fact, don't he play for Carolina? Did he play for Carolina?
Huh?
Yeah, he did.
I think he is at Carolina.
He did.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he was okay. My bad, Keith. My bad. God damn it. I can't tell you're joking around when I'm just reading.
Got to, Keith. Crazy A, Keith S, which is Keith Sperry. Thank you for chiming in. 1, 2. Ashton Laurie, brand new. Thank you for chiming in.
Cousin.
Oh, that's fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I never have that.
Hey,
you always say that. You never have family.
Hey, we gonna support that. We gonna support that, T. Love.
You better be on your show.
Always good to see you. Another one, Andy Cromer. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is that one of your guys, Frank?
He likes me, so yeah, I'm guessing he does.
So Andy Cromer.
Not a lot of people like me.
Yeah, I think they like you. Oh, I think no.
Hey, I had a fan.
Hey, Dr. Truth, week after week after week now, Dr. Truth been coming with that heat. Like Dr. Truth is becoming a P1. We're going to have to get him on the show. Crooked Commish. Lucas G.A. Lucas Guy. Thank you for chiming in.
God.
One of our new guys. Warren Smith. Thank you for chiming in. One of our new guys. We appreciate it.
Warren ain't new. He ain't new.
Okay, well, I haven't seen that name in a while.
Yeah.
So
Warren be around. He be around.
Well, I'm going to give Warren some love.
Yeah.
Then, hold on. Jaylene M. Bondock.
Jaleen.
Love. Chiming
Jaleen.
in. Dr. True Love. That's about. Oh, Alexander Travis. Brand new to me that I remember. What a waste of a conversation. I don't know.
I don't know what he was talking about right then. So
you probably should have addressed it. So Alexander Travis, we apologize. Come back on next week. We need to address that because what was a waste of conversation? Because if it's the conversation about Justin Fields staying here, that's never a waste.
No.
I think I said Jeremy Bowman, Cook Kamish. Frank, you supposed to keep him count. Oh,
I lost count.
Nope.
You're at 8. That looks like a good number right now.
John Dorn. Got to give some love to John Dorn.
John Dorn, yeah. And
Please
usually
come on the podcast.
Where's Don Bird? Is that just John Dorn's alter ego?
I don't know.
Don Bird's alter ego right there.
LeVar Hamlin, 842. Draft Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors. I like Lamar, and I like LeVar, and I like how he thinks. Development is not anyone's dictionary these days. You're right, because we don't develop nothing as far as the Bears. So thank you.
Learn on the fly. Okay?
George Davis.
Learn on the job.
I think Travis Homer is a decent running back. Why sign him? Tell me something I don't know. Special teams, George. Special teams. But thank you for chiming in, George.
Yeah, he's a good special teams dad for sure.
Scott Hopkins, one of those P1s.
That's what I said, Keith, by the way. I related to Roger Dorn.
They don't even know who Roger Dorn is. We got to get some Roger Dorn highlights.
We got to get Roger Dorn.
We got to get some Roger Dorn highlights. I already said
Roger Dorn.
Shout out to Bot Ricks.
Bot Ricks.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Marlon Joseph Williams.
I don't think that's a real person.
Mr. Chicago. No, that just lets us know that YouTube is watching and they about to take us to the next level. We appreciate that.
Amen.
And I think that's it. Shout out. Oh, Logan Frost. Because Logan,
welcome back, Logan. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while.
We haven't talked to Logan.
My man, Logan.
Logan come with the meat. Hey, Logan come with some heat, y'all.
Logan, if I'm not mistaken, is overseas for us, so it's morning for him when we start the show.
Hey, respect, Logan. Anytime, Logan, you want to come on, we'll send you the link.
Always welcome, Logan, to hear that mouth of yours. You fit in here perfectly with us.
Damn, you just.
That wasn't a pause moment. He swears a lot, like we do.
I don't pause, so
why are you talking about another man's mouth?
Oh, there you go again. I can't even buy a different other person's wife a Porsche without you always having to come with that.
And why you buying another man's wife a Porsche, man?
Hey, can we put this train back on the truck? What the hell's going on? Check it. But for real, love to see Logan Frost back. And then last but not least, hey, I think I saw somebody. Hold on, did I see somebody else? Yes, Dark Spectre at 10:15.
Yeah,
looks like I'm hella late.
Love you,
But he chimed in. I'm gonna give Dark Spectre some love. He made it. Last but not least, Merry Christmas, everyone. Dark Spectre, absolutely, bro. Crazy A says, JB, don't pause. You just take it. I don't pause. I'm too old to pause. The hell with that. I be telling my son, you're 24. I don't pause, man. Fuck this shit. Shout out to SB. Shout out to my moms because we know it's only 1 or 2 people watching. Man. Shout out to the podcast mom. We got a lot to say. T, Frank, mom wanted me to make sure that you all knew. She didn't come on to show it, but I got her 2 really significant shirts. One of them was Snoopy laying down over the word nope. And then it says not today in purple because that's my mom's favorite color. The other one was a Star Wars baby Grogu. I had to get it to her.
Grogu.
And I thought you were going to say
just a shirt or an actual
Clubhouse
Grogu
podcast shirt.
She already got that. I bought that in purple. I already did that.
You bought it in purple.
I bought her a shirt from Miss.
Oh, you mean that one with the square thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was our color back in the day.
We got to get her a better one than that, man.
We will. But she was very happy. She said she wanted to make sure that I let everybody know.
She got her Grogu.
That she got her Grogu shirt. And she's 1,000% happy.
What the hell was this sentimental as embrace the new year with a heart full of joy, a mind filled with hope, and the determination to make every moment count? Who the hell put that up?
It says Chicago Clubhouse Network, and you put those up.
I didn't do that. I did not do that. I
didn't do it either. Then how the hell?
I didn't do it. So
it wasn't me. I swear
I don't talk that clear and good.
I swear it wasn't me. It sounded like a Hallmark card.
Crazy Ace knows how to hijack the YouTube network now too, man.
Yeah, maybe that was Crazy Ace because it wasn't me.
He's taking us places. I love
it. Look, I'm looking at the chat. It's one of the two. Because
look, I'll keep my hands up here. My hands up here.
Look, listen. He said, "Okay, I'm done." Then it says, Keith Sperry says Getsy. Then we got
It was crazy.
You did put that. That can only be me. Yeah,
it was crazy.
Way too clear to say that.
I didn't do that.
Hey, what'd you say, Frank? I don't talk that good.
No, I don't talk that good. That looked like freaking college degree, and I have one of those too, unfortunately.
You said unfortunate. Thank you, Mom. Absolutely, JB. Hey, that bot Rick. Hey, beer enthusiasts, make sure to swing by and check out Moore's Beer.
Yes, get you some Moore's Beer, especially bringing in the new year.
Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the amazing brews waiting to elevate your drinking experience to a whole new level.
What?
Hey, Bot Ricks.
Did you just come up with that?
No, Bot Ricks. Shout out to Bot Ricks. This water is empty, baby.
Water. Yeah.
I'm drinking beer. This water.
Right. So is it my turn? You finished?
Yeah, get your violin.
Yeah, you can get a violin because this one might be a little long.
Yeah, JB owns the violin now, but he does it for a good cause.
Thank you.
He doesn't just shit. He doesn't just talk shit.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. My brother.
Damn, what you saying? I just talk shit? Damn.
Yeah, he kind of just said that.
Well, I guess I'm bringing up the rear.
Night, Logan. Pause.
No pause.
We got to get a pause button.
You don't have to pause if you don't want to.
I'm too old to pause, man. Fuck that.
Man, why you talking about my age? My age ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Shit. You talk about your age.
I ain't mean to cuss.
So, this is the last show of 2023. And in that respect, I'm going to have longer shout outs than what I usually have because there's a lot that I want to mention. A lot of people that helped us along the way. And the main one that I want to mention is Crazy Ace, even though he put that little sentimental ass message up just a few minutes ago. He has helped this podcast tremendously. And I have to shout him out right now. That dude is amazing. He has done amazing things for us.
Hey, he 100, T. He 100.
Definitely. All the shorts that we have, or most of the shorts, he put those together. He puts together the thumbnails that you see when you click on YouTube. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, do that because there's big things coming up in 2024 on YouTube only. So anyway, let me go back to Ace. He has done amazing things. He creates these thumbnails. He creates these shorts. He's created backgrounds. He's done everything. So he's definitely one of the people who helped us along the way. And I gotta shout him out. He's part of this team. He's been on the podcast before. He's a Bears fan, and that's my guy. I saw him in Indianapolis. We hooked up. We had a beer. We were supposed to today, but I guess
he's here. He's here.
He was here for a second. He had to pick up his kids.
We could have linked.
We gonna link when he comes back.
Okay.
He's coming back in a couple weeks, I think.
Okay.
We gonna link with him. Yeah. But yeah, that dude, man, he's amazing. And I'll make sure that I have some more for him when he comes back. So shout out to you, Crazy Ace, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, man. All the guests that we've had in 2023, and we've had some pretty amazing guests. We have Jeff Blake. Y'all remember that? Jeff Blake? Yeah.
Talked a lot of shit, man.
Yes.
Hey, we got to get Jeff
Blake. A lot
of
insider shit, Jeff Blake.
Yeah. He had a lot of telling things to say. So shout out to Jeff Blake, man. Jeff Blake, the long ball king. The long ball king, man.
Pause, man.
I didn't pause. I just went like this.
You thought about it.
Yeah, I did think about it. But I didn't say anything because I didn't want to hear JB mouth, but I heard it anyway.
I ain't pausing shit.
We had Tommy Harris. Tommy Harris definitely always funny when he comes on the podcast.
Alex
always
Brown,
has some stories to tell. We had who else? Alex Brown. We had Alex Brown.
A lot of the 85 players too, man.
Big Cat.
We had Silky D come back.
I just talked to Big Cat yesterday.
Really?
Jim Miller.
Yeah,
that was a great one.
We had Dennis McKinney.
Silky D. Jim
Morrissey. Keith Van Horn.
We got to give a shout out to some of our live events too. We had Misty at the Wiener Circle.
Yes.
McMichael, Mongo's wife.
Hey,
we had Ahmad over at Hugh.
Right, yeah. Can't forget
Ahmad Mary.
No. That night, we had
we got to give a shout out. Yeah.
We had Paul and Amber Edinger. We had
whole Edinger family.
Varian.
Yes.
We had
Anamai.
Fred Evans back.
Anamai Mary. All of them, yep.
Like all Bears greats. Like, what are we talking about?
We've had a hell of a 20.
Shout out to those shout out to those brothers and sisters for chiming in and being a part of this.
The podcast has had a great 2023. Our sports teams, not so much.
Hey, shout out to Fred Evans.
Oh,
we've had Fred Evans quite a few times.
Of course, Mr. Fred. I gotta shout out Fred. He's been on here a few times. He always drops some jewels. Some we don't necessarily want to hear, but you know, it's always fun. We have him on. He's definitely a good resource to have. And he's always a lot of fun on the podcast. So shout out to Fred.
Shout out to Hugh. Shout out to Refine. Shout out to Moores. Like hey, 2023. What Sammy say? Baseball been very, very good to me. 2023 has been good to the CPP.
For the show, for sure.
As far as the podcast is concerned, yes,
and we got to keep it going, y'all. We got
in 2024, it definitely will be greater.
We didn't even get to my November. It was my 1 year anniversary here.
Oh, was it?
Why didn't you say nothing? Yeah,
because I was hoping, 1 year.
Wait, that was only 1 year?
Yeah,
it like it was more.
I feel still like I'm a newbie.
Damn, it's only been a year?
Yeah, because I came mid-season last year.
Damn, wait a minute. No.
I'm about to say, I feel like I've been rocking with you for like 2 years.
Yeah. It was, no, man.
No.
No. So,
the anniversary, Frank.
Right?
2024. So we won't just have, we were really bear heavy in 2023. We want to go back to how we started out. So we have Chicago comedians, Chicago singers,
actors,
players from the Bulls.
We had actors,
players from the South. Yeah, we're gonna try to get Kendall Gill back here. He was a lot of fun, man.
Keith gave a great name right there.
What's that?
Oh, Adam Amin was killing.
That was a great
Adam Amin. How could I forget?
Yeah, that was a great show.
No. That bro, like between real talk,
he does everything.
3 of my favorite interviews this year. Adam Amin, obviously Herb Howard, because Herb be doing what he do.
Herb, definitely.
And Jim Miller, like, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, how could I forget Adam, man? How
Adam,
could I? My bad.
I always give shout out to Adam.
No, you didn't forget.
He does great.
To be reminded.
Who does great Bulls talk? Does great Bears talk?
Wait,
does NFL in general?
When he did the NFL, I was like, oh shit, that's Adam Amin.
And he did a few baseball games too, man. Anybody who can make baseball more entertaining while on the freaking TVs, I'm gonna give Adam Amin his credit for that.
Hey, Adam Amin is on his way.
And let's not forget,
that guy is a.
Let's not forget, Adam said that he's gonna come back. I think he said after the football season,
or football season.
He's gonna come back. So that should be pretty dope to get Adam back.
Hopefully, the Bulls are still winning.
I also want to shout out. Who else did I want to shout out? Aside from guests, I want to shout out some of the people in the chat who have been with us and stuck with us the whole year, every show. Well, almost every show, except for the podcast.
No, there's one who was every show.
Mom, she been on every show in the chat, always saying what's up. Every show. Crazy Ace, since he started with us, he been on every single show. Keith has been on a lot of shows. Skylark has been on a lot of shows. Who else we got? Jalene. Jalene has been on a couple shows, but I look forward to her being on more. Who else we got? John Bowles. I don't even know that dude. Who the fuck is that?
Dude, he's a rock star, dude. I know who he is. Fucking rock star.
Fuck that dude. No, John Bowles is actually JB. That's my man, 50 grand right there. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see him on definitely all the shows, right? Logan Frost. I think this might, I don't know if this is your third or fourth show, but definitely appreciate you for showing us some love and coming on the podcast and talking a little football. Dark Spectre. Dark Spectre has been on plenty of shows. Thank you, Dark Spectre, for your support. We appreciate you, bro. Who else we got? Easy. Well, of course, Easy, because Easy rolling with us. So Easy, we appreciate you, bro. And Easy show is on.
He changes it every fucking week. So who the hell knows? He changes it every week.
It could be on Wednesday, it could be on Friday, but
he literally flips a coin on which day he throws darts.
Well, you should have known by now. Easy does.
So he comes on whenever he wants to, but it's always a good time to listen to him. He's funny as hell. Dr. Truth. You haven't been on every show, but you've been on the last few, and we appreciate you, especially when you dropping them bombs like you do. You dropping that knowledge, man. So we appreciate you too. And who else we got? Crooked Commish, he rolling with us. So he's been on just about every show, and we certainly want to shout you out, man. You catch
fantasy football guru right there.
Not anymore. Well, is fantasy?
We're in the championship right now, man. It's easy versus crazy.
Okay, so he has more shows, right?
He should have one more for the championship, I would think.
Okay, so you can catch him on Mondays. Mondays at so o'clock. I don't know what time, but on Mondays you can catch him. Crooked Commish. We appreciate you, bro. And who else we got? Jeremy Bump. He's been on just about every show. Jeremy, we appreciate you, man, because your support is crazy. You're always on the show. You're always dropping bombs. We appreciate you, man. You always give us something to talk about.
Jeremy came to a live event.
I don't think Jeremy's ever come to a live event.
Not that I remember. No.
Yeah. I know Scott definitely did.
Scott Hopkins did.
Scott Hopkins.
He was the one who destroyed T's computer.
Oh,
right?
man. I knew you were going to mention that.
That was me.
I knew you were going to say that.
That was me.
It's all good, man.
This thing was yelling at him like crazy.
It wasn't you. It really was JB.
It was me.
It was JB. We saw the video footage.
I got big feet.
It was me.
It wasn't you, Scott. But you were A1, man. We appreciate you. And Scott goes to get the Moore's beer and it actually sends the pictures to us.
It was me.
Sends the pictures to me and then he posts it on the page. It was me. But Scott, you're A1, man. When we had when we had that party, a couple of years ago at Tilly's. We had a party at Tilly's.
Oh,
Scott was
Chili's?
the first
Chili's?
person
I
to
have
show
those
up.
in
Tilly's is closed now. But when we had that party, he was the first person to show up. First person to show up. So big shout out, Scott. We appreciate you, man. Who else we got? Am I missing anybody? Because I'm about to stop.
If we did, we'll get you on the backside.
Warren Smith. I believe I addressed Warren Smith already.
You did?
Yeah.
How about Warren Sapp?
Oh, I forgot about Warren Sapp. We had him on, and we had a great time, and he nicknamed Easy. And that nickname was Cul-de-sac. Because his hair is like this, like a cul-de-sac right there.
And Warren Sapp said he would love to come on once a month and kick it with us.
He did, yeah. I remember him saying we had a video lined up for sure.
We will follow up with that, and we will see if we can get Warren back on the show. And yeah, man, we really appreciative of everybody in 2023. All 7 people that are watching right now, plus all the people that dropped off. Lurker or not, we appreciate y'all. Lurker or not, we appreciate y'all. And with that,
wait, hold on. What you said? Who or not?
Lurker or not.
L for love. Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Yeah, that L ain't for love. That is for Lurker. But we appreciate you.
We say love here.
Even if you didn't say nothing in the chat, we still appreciate y'all.
Hey, crazy! I just why did Matt Eberflus bring a ladder to the football game? Because he heard the competition was sky high. He wanted to retire.
Huh? I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
What?
Read it.
Again.
Why did Matt Eberflus bring a ladder to the football game? Because he heard competition was sky high, and he was ready to climb the ranks. Maybe I get it, and it's just not funny.
Oh, it was funny to me.
I think that, well, you're easily entertained though.
No, because he's inept. So he would think, oh, let me climb a ladder to get to these greats.
I mean, when you read it, JB, you just got to be quicker. You got to be quicker.
Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Alternate line of thinking.
Alternate line of thinking. Hey, a lot podcast.
Ding, 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 ding. See what I did there? And we have 970 subs on YouTube.
We need to hit that 1,000, guys.
We are 30 subs away from being vaulted. No, not vaulted. Whatever the word is.
It is like vaulted.
It's vaulted, right?
Yeah, vaulted sounds good. To the next level.
Because once we hit 1,000, YouTube automatically opens us up to more viewership. 30 subs. But this week, my New Year's resolution is to get more subs. My gift from my people, because everybody knows somebody knows somebody knows somebody knows somebody. Get somebody to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast Network on YouTube. Trust me, once we get that backing from YouTube, the experience will be just that much greater.
Yep.
And we need all of you because we wouldn't even be doing this if it wasn't for the 970 that's already subscribed. Because at about 250, we could have stopped. At about 572, we could have stopped. At about 781, we could have stopped. At about 970, we could have stopped, but we didn't because of y'all. And we thank you.
We gotta have that vision. Like on that chat right now, we gotta have that vision.
You got to have vision.
That's how we going into 2024. Just
with
like
a
this.
lot more vision.
Hoping that shit changes, at least as far as these sports teams are concerned.
And as
these
far as
motherfuckers are terrible.
Yeah, as far as the sports
You
teams,
smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah, stop smoking that crack.
Well, I think I'm just about done with my shout outs, except I do want to shout out Jolene. I'm sorry that this weekend it didn't work out for you as far as like the teams that you picked to win, they didn't win. So I'm sorry. But I do want to shout you out. Love you. Gotta have vision.
That wasn't.
But yeah, so that just about is it for my shouts. Y'all got anything else you want to say going into 2024?
Fuck 2023, man.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Yeah, 2023 was sheeps.
My prediction: Bears better lose to the Falcons.
They better lose.
I never want them because we're gonna get pushed out of the top 10, man.
Man,
we got to think to the future. Nothing is gonna benefit us from winning.
And we're gonna mess around and have like the 13th pick.
Man, we can't lose to the Falcons.
I wouldn't be mad if we did, though.
What? I mean, but why? Why would you want to lose to the Falcons?
I just told you why.
To get a stupid pick?
Yeah.
No, not stupid. That's stupid.
Get a better pick.
That's why you're not a GM.
It never will be. A general motherfucker.
I won't be.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
Bear down. Just not this weekend, please.
Wait, we're missing a segment.
What's that?
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
Good night, Kiev.
Good night, Al Bundy.
Motherfucking New Year. And hopefully everybody has a good 2024. And we out this. Yeah.
Merry New Year.
Merry New Year.